There we go.
There we go. Now you can hear us.
So you want to
Why
say
is it
all
grayed
that
out?
all again?
Quick summary. Last time we just fought, basically introduced the characters, and now we're actually going to proceed through the actual story.
We're gonna talk to the guy that we beat the living crap out of.
And
Literally.
he somehow fell 2 miles out of the sky.
Yeah, somehow. Somehow.
It was a bird.
Yeah. I blame it on a hummingbird.
Alright, yep, it's working on the phone. I'm turning the audio down.
Okay, so now basically we're just gonna talk to him, potentially kill him again, and then leave.
Again. Does anyone have any more healing items? Because I'm fresh all out.
It's all up to him if he wants to kill him or not.
I can heal him.
The whole reason we brought him back because he has a wife.
As long as
Leave
we
him
don't
alone.
have a certain stuff.
Dang it.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, that's where we left off. So, I guess I'll start it off with the NPC known as Jedediah Nutjob. What in the world, man?
Yes.
What'd you do that for?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But... Then my character, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, man. You're just saying things. Oh, come on, man, get it together.
Me and Becca, you're not crazy. They're crazy.
I'm hearing voices again.
I say in the background,
so
I'm right
where-
next to him.
Where is the bounty hunter at this current time?
Let's see.
I launched him 2 miles in the air. I mean,
Two-
allegedly somebody got launched 2 miles
He
in
fell
the
2
air.
miles from the air into the crowd of people near the guild. So,
Okay.
couple blocks away from where we are. In the city.
Do we have the paper that he had a bounty on?
Yes.
What alien character's name's head?
Yes, I did.
And it's handy.
I have it. We haven't looked at it yet because my character can't read, and that's where we left off. Wait, no, you did read it. It was a bounty from the Handless Man to, retrieve and or, terminate, the Omnipotent Hand for a bounty of 1,000 platinum pieces. So,
1,000 platinum pieces. How valuable is platinum here?
very, very valuable. That hand is like a national treasure.
Okay. So.
Salmon.
Are we gonna go get him for question, or are we gonna leave him for the vulture? I don't know what we're doing.
Originally we were going to, talk to him since we brought him back, basically, because we threw out our chance of being able to negotiate because he was just too much on the aggressive, and we fought fire with fire, basically. So we were going to talk to him until he somehow ended up 2 miles in the air from us.
Yes, he was very surprising.
So my character cannot go into the town because he cannot be around crowds because he might be identified as someone else he is not. And might get swarmed again, so my character has to stay on
I
the
can
dock.
disguise you. I have a minor ability called Disguise Self. I can transform your look.
No, alright. That'll work. That'll prevent us from having to split up the party, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, you make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the ability ends. It lasts for 1 hour. I can extend it if necessary. So, he'll snap his fingers and you look completely different. You can decide what you look like.
Okay, let's see. This is gonna be fun.
You're a girl. Okay.
Not again! Sure, I'll go as Brozo. I'll look like Zlaps.
Zlaps.
Yeah, so
Yeah, the
I
slime
shrink
monster.
down to be about 2 feet tall, and
Yep.
I'm now a humanoid-ish looking slime with red panda features. And I am made out of like bluish black slime.
Yep.
But I'm like, this is awesome. And then not Brozo, Jedediah's like, No, I'm definitely losing it.
You are, Jedediah, you are.
Why is everyone picking on Jedediah?
What do you mean? I'm not picking on him.
I love the fact that Shane's whole goal in this session was to make friends with Jedediah. He's getting picked on.
Okay, so
I
we're
am
going
clearly
into town
not
to try to find the bounty hunter, I assume?
Correct.
Alright.
We do
So-
actually know where he landed, for the fact that there's a huge crowd around a little bit of a crater.
Yeah, and we heard the sound.
Yeah, and we heard the sound.
Shall
So
I
we do
retrieve
know
him?
exactly where he is.
Shall I retrieve him?
Well, we still need to go meet with the quest master, so we might as well, since it's outside of the guild, just go
Okay.
to him.
Alright.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, so we haven't really figured out who the leader of the group is. So, who's kind of the one that's going to be taking the lead? Because you're kind of the MC. You were kind of our original leader.
Yeah. So I was the only one that was able to keep everybody together after you disappeared.
I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Me, who only did it once. Yeah, I do it a lot.
Well, Kadar will volunteer Zul because, okay, you're supposed to make a down go. We will follow.
Okay, sure.
Everyone turns to him.
Just to let you know, he said he would
I'd say pressure,
voluntarily-
but I've been in this situation since the time we've been here.
As you guys are having this conversation, I'm already walking towards the crowd.
Wait for me! I have tiny legs now! Wait! Because I was already the shortest in the group, and I just gave it my last 3 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all follow Christo and Zul into town. It's not far, but we get to the crowd, and there's just a lot of random bickering where people are like talking to each other. Like, anyone know what happened here, basically? And we push through the crowd to get to the bounty hunter. And as we're pushing past the crowd, we notice that the quest master is actually kind of like trying to block the view from people. I was like, alright everyone, nothing to see here. Everyone just back away, and we can all go back to what we were doing.
How big is the quest master?
Quest master is just a normal human. No special traits.
So he's hiding a 12-foot lizard man?
No, trying. I specifically said
Oh,
trying.
okay.
Like I said, he's trying to he's just holding his arms out like, okay, nothing to see here, guys. I mean, it's just like a huge crater. He fell 2 miles from the sky with 20 times the gravity.
It's a
and
Gil's
12
business,
feet.
everyone. Mind your way. Go out.
Everyone sees your very big and intimidating build, and they're like, and they all start to scatter.
Yes. If I ever go for an intimidation check, yeah, I think I'd win against a person.
Wait, yeah, you'd win against mostly everyone.
Quick question. How tall are you?
I'm shorter than you are.
Okay.
He's just very kingly.
Oh, okay.
Very kingly, and I mean, he is a Saiyan, so he does have some build to him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taller than him, but I would be a little bit smaller build.
But you also look kind of like a good gentleman. So.
Yes.
And my character, I'm in no one's sights. So yeah, the crowd kind of disperses, and we're left with the quest master, us, and the bounty hunter, unconscious on the ground. So the quest master's like, "You guys don't mind helping me drag him to the guild, do ya?" Me? I don't want to touch him. He just tried to kill one of our members, and well, I mean, not to brag. And the quest master looks at me. Who are you? Alien. As I back up, very poorly trying to blend into the crowd.
Oh, can
He flies through the wall of the guild.
Like it wasn't hard enough already.
Yeah. Yeah, he flies through the wall of the guild and lands at the reception desk as the guild receptionist is like, "No, I don't get paid enough for this," and then just goes around back.
Can we not potentially kill him again? We're trying to question him first.
I'd say he could
Oh,
probably
he's still
survive.
alive.
He still has some Ethanite armor, at least the back part of it.
I would like to glance at the ground and see if there's any like loose change or any items that could have fallen out. His
Sure.
impact.
Make a perception check.
Alright. Perception.
Yep.
Perception.
So we have somewhat of a nitwit, in other words, Etonius. Someone who's invisible, in other words, Potentia. Someone who has a parasite connected to
80.
them, in other words, Shane.
Yeah, I would say you definitely find some change. You find the rest of his wallet,
Ooh.
and
Give it back to him. Why would you take it again?
you
It's
find
just fate.
you find some Ethanite scales, well, pirate Ethanite scales, specifically gold and blue pirate Ethanite scales.
I'll pocket those.
And you also find, what else was it? There's another item. Gotta go to a sheet.
Pirate.
Bit. And where is it? Where is it? Yeah.
You know the old saying, "Su casa mi casa."
Yeah.
We're in a
And
bar!
you guys find 3 minor healing potions.
And that's his wallet. Not,
3
no.
minor healing.
3 minor healing potions, and you find a skill orb.
I'll take the skill orb.
Great, you found what we need. Now give those back to him and use them on him.
No. Kadar will tell you to keep the potions, and he'll use one of his minor abilities to heal the bounty hunter completely, because the ability that he has is called Lay on Hands. Or sorry, it's not Lay on Hands, it's Cure Wounds. It does 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. His ability modifier is like 282, so
That'll definitely do it.
yeah,
I would like to. What were the items again?
The items were
3 minor healing potions.
the rest of his change, so whatever that was last round, because it got basically duplicated when he was brought back.
Yeah.
And then there were, I'd say, 5 golden ethanite scales, and then 7 blue ethanite scales, and then a skill orb.
And 5 blue.
Yes. No, 7 blue, sorry.
Oh,
5 gold and 7 blue.
Alright.
And then what was the last item?
A skill orb.
Skill orb. 1 skill orb.
So, Kadar is going to ask the group, because he's still knocked out, I assume. I'm going to ask you, do we need to restrain him before he wakes up?
My guy. Yeah. Something tells me I can do it.
You sure?
You're like 2 feet now.
Yes, he's like acting all big, and everyone's just like, "You sure about that?"
I'll be like, you
You're
got
not
this.
even the
Lily.
size of his
Yeah,
hand.
I can do it. Yeah.
You got this.
Hearing Christo's words, I decide to attempt to restrain him. Actually, so since we were pretty close to the
Yeah,
guild
like we
already,
can use rope or you know, if we can do anything, preferably rope or chains or something.
what was that? I heard only half of that. Sorry.
We could use rope or something to restrain the creature.
Yeah, you guys can start working on using the rope while my guy's attempting to grapple him.
I do have rope,
You do have rope.
but
Yeah,
they haven't given us it
Unless
yet.
Yeah.
there's someone who has an ability that can, you know, restrain him.
I
I
can.
do, but I don't want to keep being the Mary Sue of this group.
I
I'm like hitting all of you.
I can use my thorn whip to restrain him.
Yeah, I'll let him do it. I rolled a 10, so I, am a humble 2 feet tall, I'm not able to restrain him. Not even close. I basically get on, I'm like,
Yeah, I was like about to say you're like the size of his fist.
I thorn whip both of them to each other.
yeah, I'm like, so Sorry
Be
for
like, there.
mic crack there, everyone.
I try to I get you out of the thorn whip thing. Hold on.
I'm just sitting back like.
I was alive. You're stuck there.
I give up.
I need to roll.
What do I need to roll to restrain?
You need at
What are
least
you
at
restraining
16.
with?
He had 18.
18 plus 756.
What?
Plus 4.
What is Monty restraining
Plus
with?
what now?
Strength.
Thorn whip.
Pull them out.
Where's the?
That's not a restraining.
Oh,
Plus
fuck.
4 modifier.
thing.
I wanted to
Pull you
use
out.
it like a restraining whip.
It's a custom move.
Yeah. It.
Okay, so if he does that, it would be a DC of your ability modifier. That's what you would have to make in a strength check to break.
Ability modifier. What would that fall under?
Okay,
Jimmy. I pulled you out.
What
I
is-
rolled an
what is-
18
what is your
plus
highest out of your
756
charisma, wisdom,
plus
or
4
knowledge?
strength.
Oh no, you gotta beat.
My highest is wisdom.
okay, so it would be 8
If he gets higher than
plus
16,
your wisdom
if he got
modifier
18,
plus
you
your
wouldn't be able to
proficiency
do it.
I was
bonus.
just gonna say, I
But
got
if
18.
he's less than 18, you'll be
Wisdom modifier.
able to. See what you
So
roll.
16. 12 plus 67.
So you
You'll
pulled
be
you
able
out.
to.
70. 79. So 79.
Yeah, you only need 16. You're able to easily.
Time to
Do
freaking
it.
run
Yeah,
around.
so you would have-
After-
you would have to beat a 79 to get out.
And he's unconscious. That's not happening.
No, so we would wake him up first.
Yeah.
We
We
would restrain him, then wake him up.
yeah we restrained him and then woke him up. And
Alright.
you are happily hanging out with him.
Well, actually, he is able to roll an 18, so he was able to pull me out.
Oh.
I'm slimed, so I'm like, well, this is weird.
Okay. If he was able to pull you out.
Oh, I think I need that. Ugh. Ugh. It's good cat. And Jedediah also now comes. I wonder what else happening here.
I just
What
smile.
happened here? Looking at the giant crater in the ground, completely forgetting what happened like 5 minutes earlier.
Oh well, you see, this guy dropped from the sky. That guy threw him into here, and now we are restraining him and attempting to wake him up to figure out why he was trying to kill me.
Like you see me pull a pocketbook up, like short.
We still need to heal him technically. Did you already use that?
I already did.
Yeah, he
Okay.
used it after we restrained him.
All right.
Well, that's assuming his hit points are less than 292.
No, he is not even 200. So, yeah,
Yeah.
you're good. It's full heals. All right. So, as he is healed and restrained,
Remember, you do have handy.
yes, I have the stone in one hand and handy in the other hand.
We do
And I'm in
have
front of
spirit
him.
stone.
I'm very aware of my position here.
We do have smelling salts to wake him up.
I'm gonna be like, you need a backup.
Yeah,
Take that.
yeah. Use the. Actually, I'd say he's probably gonna wake up because he's. I'd say relatively trained, so as long as he's got a certain amount of health, he's able to wake up pretty quickly.
Okay.
So as he has been healed and restrained, he's you guys are able to basically sit him up and lean him against the wall. Even though he's leaning up against the wall, he's so big, his head is like kind of like hunched over, and he's still like touching the roof. But
Only 12
as
feet tall.
yeah,
Only
he's
12.
he's 12 feet tall, but he's still beefy.
How tall is the ceiling?
Let's see. These places aren't all too tall. I'd say it's probably only like a good 6 foot. It's pretty short.
You would
So-
be
so
like
we're
5
slouching?
foot if he's sitting.
My character and Michael's character are slouching badly.
Yes, you guys are. And you're technically slouching a little bit too.
Yeah, I'm 6 feet, so
Like I.
yeah. We're all like,
Like I bet you guys weren't so tall now, huh?
I'm completely
Like,
fine.
Hey, why is it doing all those things?
Yeah. But yeah, the bounty hunter kind of wakes up. He's like, like tries to move and realizes he can't. But you know, he's like clearly agitated.
hi, buddy.
And like steam comes out of his nose.
Oh dear, you're a dragon. I should probably move.
I will clog his nose with some random ear plugs.
He breathes from his mouth, not his nose.
I know, but it's a helpful gesture.
10 years later, he's like, yeah. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. He can still use his mouth. He doesn't. But he looks around, looking at the whole party, and he sees me, and instantly makes contact with Hamlet. And it's just like flailing around. It's like putting behind me. I'm transparent though. He can still see it. Drop the stone. And then the guildmaster gets in front of him. Hey, now, big guy. No need to get riled up. We're all friends here, so let's everybody calm down.
And have a chat.
And Jedi's like, we'll need this hall. It's a nice hall. Alright, so.
Okay, so basically, can I talk to him?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, hi.
Who's are you?
Well, the first thing I wanted to say is that, for one, we're not your enemies, since, you know, you're fully healed and restored. Sorry about the armor. Yeah, it was kind of my fault.
Haven for being a dumbass.
Sorry. I just wanted to ask why you were trying to kill me. Since, you know, I haven't seen the whole wanted poster thing, so I still don't know why he was trying to kill me.
Well, we have the, what is it called? We had the,
Quest paper.
yeah, we had the quest paper, because Handy was originally in you. That's the reason why. He's no longer in you, which is why he...
I said that because my character still doesn't know.
Oh.
No one's explained why he's trying to kill
We
me.
did explain.
Oh, they
We
did?
read the quest paper.
Oh, okay, never mind. Forget about that. Alright,
Yeah.
good.
And then Handy's like, man.
Alright. So basically, I have to roll to see what he happens to say. 13. I have 120 plus 1 charisma. So what does that do?
What are you trying to do?
Like I said, I just asked him the question why you're trying to
So is it
kill me.
persuasion, I guess?
Yeah. Or,
He
Persuasion.
kind of looks down and is like... And the nose claw comes out. Well, I guess you deserve to know. Are you able to hear? Okay, by the way, Solomon, I'm doing kind of like a deep, gravelly voice.
I can hear you.
Okay. I don't know if he was able to hear it through the microphone or not.
should be okay.
Well, I assume you've seen the papers, right?
Yes, I have recently seen the papers.
So, I assume you know why I was trying to. It's because of that thing. No, the thing behind you. And it doesn't say anything. Anyways, it was in you. The thing must be stopped. You guys don't understand how dangerous it is. It can't be here.
Look,
It'll kill us all.
you look at it and you're just still flopping it. It's like,
Touching with the stone. That's why. I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Tina.
Hi, Tina. Pleasure to meet you.
Who's in the corner like,
Hey, name's Tina. What's your wife's name?
What?
If your name's Tina, what's your wife's name?
Bartholomew.
that. It's my personal information. Where'd you get that? You're looking at the picture.
No reason.
You give that back. You give that back. No.
I give it back.
Never erase it from your mind.
talk. I'm kind of the only one that's able to fight things like that. So, does that answer your question?
Does, but also it confuses me because so far this being has only tried to help us in very situations.
That's news to me.
Huh.
The thing has killed millions. Millions.
I glance at the hand.
I
I'm
mean, it
still
did try
flopping
to
it
kill
around.
millions, but not currently living ones. We're imagining the whole.
Yeah, you kind of get a little PTSD.
I'm like,
Yeah.
He knows. He knows.
what you don't know is when we first met, the hand, I hit the brick wall and the hand went out of the ground and
Yeah,
started
we-
grabbing my crotch. I'm like,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's right. He almost did kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you guys plan on doing with it?
Other than this, I don't know. Kind of only met this thing. It looks really weird going into him, though.
first of all, we're still trying to figure out what it is.
Yes.
It's an omnipotent hand. There's no explaining what can't be known.
He might be very good at finger painting.
Well, I mean,
I was wanting to ask. So that's a left hand, and then there's a sorcerer with a missing left hand. Does that have anything in
Correlation.
correlation?
correlation, he has no hands. He is the handless man. Does it sound like he has a hand to you?
Wait, where's the right one then?
What's left? Yeah. Memory is not that bad, buddy. If you can talk, you can remember your rights and lefts. Just nothing what happened last week.
Could this be mistaken identity? Because if he's sentient, and I can only imagine the other ones too, because so far this thing has been nothing but trying to help us. So I just don't see him doing.
Why try to
anything.
take his manhood once? At least that's what I was told. Still, like, I'm using the hand as, like, pointing at you. Like I said, I'm using it kind of like All Hail King Julian from whenever they use the skeleton arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He did indeed do that, but he did save us. I admit in that cave. Now, I don't hit him as much. You do that again, I will try to kill you though.
Oh, yeah. But where's Potentia, by the way? I haven't seen her. for
Yeah,
a
that
bit.
is weird.
She's in the bottle still.
Cast invisibility.
I don't know when she'll come out.
What?
I said I cast invisibility on us.
Bottle disappears, mate.
Still shaking it around.
Yeah.
Put it, you might give her a headache.
Yeah, I'm like give her a headache, yeah.
That is the case. Okay, I'll put her away.
We have a comment. I shall check it out. Unless it is bogus. Okay, I have to wait until afterwards. Sorry for whoever commented. I cannot see until the stream is over. I just tried.
Really?
Yes. I got the notification for it, but I can't access it.
I wonder if I can look. I do have sample.
Alright, while he's doing that, so what would be his?
No one's in the chat.
Should be
Well,
Tony.
you're watching the live stream. This is just the chat.
Yeah, I went to the normal chat as well, and I couldn't see it. It just says there's nothing there, but I got the notification for it, which is why I know it happened. Yeah. Anyways, the bounty hunter.
I'm still talking. You see,
Oh, we forgot about you.
Yeah.
My apologies.
the hand is not the only one. There's two.
No.
This is the weaker of the two.
Huh.
This one has only killed millions. The other one has killed billions. This thing has destroyed worlds. You guys don't understand what these things are capable of. They're dangerous. They cannot be trusted.
I do have one question for you.
So that's why.
How do you know?
I was told. I've seen a little long time.
Where'd you get this information?
Well, when I was younger, I lived in a village once. A long time ago. A century ago. Maybe longer. My village. It was amazing.
Alright, get on with it. I'm getting bored.
I was about to say he's monologuing, isn't he?
We're not Japanese!
It's like when the corner see you playing a video game.
What is that?
Algera.
Video game. Beeps out of existence.
Okay, well, I guess long story short, since you guys are interested. That hand right there destroyed my village. I was the only survivor. I lost everything and everyone that day. And I've sworn vengeance since. To be afraid about you guys.
Frank?
Unhand me.
Ha! I see what you did there.
Like has laughed on the ground.
Does he pull out a blade? Well, okay.
You said you pulled out a blade?
Yeah, he said to unhand him, so he pulled out a blade and said, "Okay."
Alright. Alright, do you cut the binds?
I was gonna cut his hands off.
Why?
Oh,
I
works.
said unhand him.
Alright, you gotta do that actually?
No, it's a joke.
Okay. It's like,
Do it. I dare you. It won't stop me. I'll keep. Wait. I was dead.
Oh my goodness, you
What?
were? How do you feel?
Courtesy of hand. Which one? One of ours.
yeah, one of ours.
Don't tell me. No. No.
You start shriveling up into a pile of goop.
Why?
His armor's still intact. His items are still there, but he turns into a pile of goop.
Ooh.
Why?
I grabbed the
Damn it.
armor.
And it's the second time today I have had enough of this stuff. And I walk
I did
outside.
not see that coming. I walk with you.
I will grab the armor and take a look at it.
Okay, is it good to the plot that we leave him dead?
I'd say so. More of like
Okay.
the mystery of why he turned to goop after realizing.
I can only just reverse time.
Yeah, I was about to say, I
You're
could
about to
just.
turn to goop? What does that mean?
You want to do that real quick just so we can try to get answers?
Yeah, he's gonna reverse time.
I wouldn't reverse it too far. I would just do it like right before he realizes.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's like, okay, you're about to turn to goop. What's that?
What? Wait. That must mean that I.
He turns into a pile of goop.
Reverse it again. You're about to turn to pile of goop. He said, that must mean. What else?
I paused time. So we are still moving, but everything
Yeah.
else around us
Okay,
is.
Why haven't I turned yet? I guess I better be quick. There's no telling how long this will last.
About 30 seconds.
You see, the curse. I've been given a curse. If I was to fail this quest, and then not take the hand alive, I would die. An unspeakable death.
Didn't you already do that when we brought you back, though? You died.
Yes, I did. But that means I didn't bring him back alive.
Is there a way
Means I died.
to dispel the curse?
You died. So that means you shouldn't turn into goop. So why are you turning into goop, bro? What's
You
up
see, the omnipotent being known
Pick.
as.
there? Which one?
The 30 seconds ran out, so he turned back into goop.
And then the quest master wakes up. The quest master walks up to him, jars up a little bit of the goop. I have answers. Corks the bottle, puts it in his pocket. The omnipotent man, known as the Handless Man, does not take lightly to failed quests. If a person is dead, they can be very vulnerable. Memories leaked. Lots of things can happen while they're dead, even if they're brought back, just so that there's no witnesses. So the Handless Man always puts a curse on people for them to die an unspeakable death, to where they cannot be traced in any form.
Does he have to lay on hands?
Well,
Yes?
I want to ask, Sam, did you add corpse explosion to your thing?
That's not an ability I can use yet.
I was about to say,
It's a
you just
future-
file them
it's a
up
future
and throw that as
requested
like bombs.
Wait, what ability?
Corpse explode. It's kind of like a joke attack that we're like, write that down.
Write that down.
It's an ability that basically I got from an anime where there's this big bad guy talking to him, and he was like, "I will come back," and all the main characters says, "Corpse explode!"
Yeah.
And blows up the corpses that he killed of his the demons of the guy, the big bad guy.
That's hilarious.
Through the corpse automatic.
Yeah, I can't revive the guy yet. I mean, my god, I'm not good, but I don't have the minor ability to do that yet. That's a later.
Does anyone have uncursing powers?
Not
It's
yet.
called
I'm a holy
Reverse.
knight,
I do
so-
not have it. I'm looking.
The Questmaster hands the bottle of goop to
No, I do not
Jedediah.
have it.
It's like, I'll make good use of this. Puts it in his pocket.
Am I the only one that's scarred? We just saw a man literally melts.
Well, you see, it's not our first rodeo here, you know?
I'm seeing weirder.
Me too. Unfortunately.
This is
Yeah,
a
we're
daily
like-
thing for me. I mean, Potentia turns into that goop like once every 5 minutes.
Like right on the ground. It's flashing his head.
Okay.
Whenever people ask you if you're okay, you say yes, but you're really not.
You'll be okay, little one. Don't worry. You'll get used
And then
to
you
it.
think, and he's on the
Alright.
ground as well. He's like, just completely devastated.
Wait, Handy's still conscious?
Unconscious, yeah.
Unconscious or conscious?
Unconscious.
Okay, why was he?
I've been holding him. I'm like, and it's just so long. He's just flat. He's just on the ground. Not even like his hand, wrist is turned like that. Like his whole arm's like noodled.
Hmm.
Who?
Handy. It's our NPC omnipotent hand that we've had.
Nice.
The one that he was trying to
I
kill.
thought he was put back into his regular form.
Handy.
Yeah.
He was always an omnipotent hand.
No. I thought he was put back into the normal area.
No. So the NPC Jedediah Nutjob smacked him out of Fruity because he was absorbed into Fruity, and Shane did a saving throw to be able to grab Handy's consciousness before he was basically dragged out of his unconscious state. So Handy does have his consciousness, and then Jedediah basically ripped his body out.
Who's Fruity?
Fruity is the unknown entity that is stuck to Shane's body. Have you ever? I don't know if you've seen the anime To Your Eternity, where there's basically this core that evolves by absorbing things that die near it.
Yeah.
But that's basically what it basically is.
Okay, so what does it look like right now?
Kind of like a grapefruit-sized orange.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's got like googly eyes pasted on it. You guys can see the googly eyes, but you cannot see its mouth. But its mouth basically is like the fruit just opening and closing. It's not like a human mouth.
Oh, that's what
whatsoever.
I imagined. I was like, did you just make the annoying orange? Dumb.
I hate that thing.
Okay. Kadar will look at Fruity. I think that's his name. He goes, okay.
Fruity is retracted into him, so you guys aren't actually aware of what Fruity is yet. Other than the
Never mind.
fact that he kind of like hulked out. That's all you guys really know.
Yeah.
But yeah, my
Oh.
character's seen Fruity. He's seen Fruity. Potentia's seen Fruity. But it's always different because it's kind of a little weird where it's not visually clear to each person. Each person kind of gets like a little bit of different detail of what it looks like.
Well, we all saw Fruity when he smashed the crap out of the dragon person.
Yeah, but it kind of like was like a Hulk version like Groot on like half a body.
Okay.
So just basically a lot of like really thick vines. But yeah, anyways, yeah, the Questmaster handed the vial of the goop to Jedediah, and Jedediah walks off to wherever Jedediah goes. It's always a different direction. As long as it's not up or down. It's just in a direction. And Questmaster turns to you guys. Actually, you guys have been requested by someone very personal. And if I do say so myself, the bounty is quite large. I wouldn't say it's as large as like 1,000 platinum, but come on, 200 gold piece, that's still pretty big.
What? Bounty for what?
What's the quest?
I'm glad you asked. And it like cuts to us being back on the beach. I'm gonna take a quick break to blow my nose.
Do we suddenly have the
Son
quest?
of madness.
He's gonna be giving the quest, but we're gonna be on the beach when he does it. Wait,
Sneak attack.
no sneak attack in here. Only I get to do sneak attack.
Your
Alright,
hair, why?
so yeah, let me know when you guys are done with the break.
Your hair.
Is he on break real quick? Okay. I'm currently doing my trying to do a leveling system for my totems.
Nice.
Oh, so you were okay with me doing what I did on paper?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I bet you guys didn't think of that I could do that, did you?
I kind of assumed you were going to do that, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You
We're
better
all
not
like-
taking the family picture.
Huh?
I said you better not taking the family picture.
No, I gave it back right before he did.
Okay.
That's how I was able to figure out his wife's name was Bartholomew.
So that also means you have the rest. You have the picture back because you already have the rest of his belongings.
Yeah.
That's what I just said. You better not take it.
I gotta keep
He's
this
dead.
for Bartholomew.
Yeah, he's dead right now.
We
Tina
must.
is currently no longer Tina.
You tried so hard to keep this stupid NPC alive.
Well, now you know.
Why?
Now you know.
Well-
If we have to kill somebody, we might as well just let
Okay,
him die.
so did we move to the water scene now?
Yes, we
Yes.
are at the ship.
At the beach.
So
Okay.
the questmaster is pointing at the ship, kind of like waving on. This is your quest. You are to accompany this man and make sure his vessel arrives wherever he tells you to. It's not necessarily a quick quest, but food, accommodations, and all your personal needs will be met for free. All you guys gotta do is defend this thing, and you guys are good to go.
So we failed.
It sounds good.
Again, stop it. You don't know that yet. It's just a possibility.
Oh, so we're not gonna have to fight shark things above Australia.
Shark things? We were never gonna fight shark things. Or really? No. Anyways, as he points to the ship and says that, a familiar face pops over the edge. And before I describe the ship, I'm gonna basically describe what he's talking about. Welcome back to the family.
What did you see on the ship?
I didn't say anything.
no, I'm
I'm
saying.
going to be describing it.
Oh, okay.
So, after the questmaster points to the ship and talks about this is the quest, basically, you guys see a familiar face lean over the top of the ship and goes, "Ahoy down there, my ye and faithful crew." As it looks like me, but with spiked steampunk goggles and a sailor's hat, along with a good, quite fancy black sailor suit and kind of like a frilled, whatever white shirt you want to call that. He's pretty clean looking. And, yeah, he peers over the water and says that. So, this ship is pretty nice size. I'd say this thing is about a yard long and about a third of a yard wide.
So like an aircraft
This
carrier
thing
ship.
is
So
made
like the yard
mostly.
means 3 feet, right?
I meant an acre. Sorry. Very tiny ship. It's more for my size.
Oi up there.
3 feet by 3 feet. It's 9 feet.
All of us are like having to hug each other on the ship. Big difference. Big difference. Yeah, I meant acre.
Yeah, big difference.
We're on
I guess more like a football field, actually.
The ship is a football field.
A football field long and about a third of a football field wide.
How far
This-
out would it be from the shore?
Far out, it is basically on one of the docks, so we can just walk up to it.
Yeah, it would be
Okay.
in the harbor.
And
Yeah.
my first question is, how deep is the shallow end?
Oh, the water is kind of like sand, but it, like very quickly dips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the physics here, heavy, so.
Sweet. I like it.
So the ship is mostly made out of wood and it is reinforced. Like the main like lining of the boat is actually made out of metal, like very like tough looking metal, and it's shiny as well. Not like quite metallic, but it's like a. You would not expect this metal to rust, and you don't know what kind of metal it is, but you'd say it's tough stuff. Like this thing would not get crushed by running into a rock or a boulder. That boulder would be crushed by this thing.
Oh,
It's like one of the
really?
icebreakers.
Yes, like this thing is beefy, and the side of the ship is lined with circular windows up for 2 rows, and I'd say there's probably like a good 50 windows for each row on each side of the ship. And on the top, you guys can see that it is lined with, I'd say, probably like 25 cannons on each side and 18 harpoons. So this thing is decked, and it looks like a warship basically. And
Nice.
it has a big cannon on the top of where the captain's quarter is, which is where the captain is looking over the edge at you guys. And this thing is sail powered. So I was to say, 2 of our members have actually seen this ship, or at least part of this ship, for it is the king's personal ship.
I'll look at it and be like, impressive.
I was gonna
Yes.
say, if we
You've
got the
seen it?
chance-
And then you've seen it.
Is that the one we're on in Battle World? Uh-huh.
So this thing is impressive. And I mean, you got to see it ran into some other ships, and it was just fine. So, yeah, that's what this ship is. So, Kadar, I would say you've actually probably known about this ship from myths and legends, and rumors from once you arrived on this planet. And for Zul, you look at this ship and have some unknown PTSD. You don't know why you're reacting this way to it, but you know that this thing feels very familiar and in the wrong ways. And like, you don't expect me to get on that thing, do ya? Still 2 feet tall.
I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm there with you, buddy. I'm there with you.
And by the way, there's like a trail in sand where I basically dragged Handy.
I do have my mental skill now, so can I stop from Handy, from eating stop Fruity from eating Handy?
Fruity's not active right now. He's been having a pout ever since you scolded him.
Right,
and
something to
he's
talk to him.
currently hurt as well.
Right.
He's not coming out for a bit.
Can I still talk to him?
You can try talking to him. He's just not going to listen.
Oh, so I wait. But I haven't actually scolded him yet. I just said I was going to.
Yeah, you said we're going to have a talk. He took it as a I'm in trouble.
Oh.
But yeah. What do you guys want to do? You want to check out the ship? You want to talk to the quest master? What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, okay. I just asked him. So
I
we're.
want to fight sea monsters.
Hmm? You want to
So I
fight
want to
sea?
fight sea monsters.
I was about to say.
Hold on, we're getting to that part.
I was about to say. So you're hiring us to protect the ship. Protect the ship from what exactly?
May I say a few prayers on the ship?
Yeah.
I will lean my hand on the ship, pretend I'm praying, and start synthesizing.
You're shot back from the ship.
Really?
Like a shockwave, like, pushes you back.
Then, but instead of being surprised, I'll just kind of chuckle and be like, nice.
Yeah. The ship, as the rest of the party sees you kind of fly off, it's got like a yellow, kind of like plasma glow to it.
Plasma.
As the plasma slowly resides.
I wouldn't do that, buddy. I wouldn't lay hands on my ship.
If we were going to heal it,
You don't have to worry about this thing. It's all covered.
he kind of like has like a glow in his eye when he says this. Like you can almost hear like a shimmer. Like
Again.
Do we already
So-
know that he's the king?
he's not the king.
Oh, he's not the king.
This is the captain.
Why does he look like he's in?
He's a variant.
Okay. I'm looking ahead, I'm looking at you.
I'm in the
Nah,
slime
I
form.
can't see it.
Yeah, I'm in the slime form. Nah.
We'll figure that out when you're normal.
Why do I look so nice?
come on.
Yeah. Alright.
So what was?
Alright, quit waiting. Come aboard, come aboard. I asked a question. Come on, questions up here.
Which means
Hi.
we get on first. Let's go get
So,
on board.
we head down the dock. I'm like, no, please, please. And you see Fruity with the flying dragon.
But I asked the question to the guy that was giving us the quest.
Oh, we left a while ago.
Oh.
No, he's like, here's the quest. And like I said, then the captain started
So
talking
you asked the
to us.
question, turned around, and it's like,
We kinda gotta
You
say
did
that.
Running to the background trying to get away.
why is everybody acting so goddamn strange here?
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. 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 Oh, it is my black chair. When did that happen?
Mm-hmm.
When did
And I
that
will ask the
happen?
captain, how far is this journey?
Can you say that again?
And I will ask the captain, how far is this journey?
Well, it's a complicated question. You guys mind if we go on a test run? I'd say 3 nights, 3 days on the open road. And
Road.
after that, if you guys like how I run things, I wouldn't mind hiring you guys a little bit more full time. Having some help on board will definitely keep me from getting lonely, and it would just be nice to have extra guidance, you know?
That sounds fair.
Yeah, he gets it.
I have a question.
Yes,
So we're being
young
hi-
one up there.
We're being hired to protect this vessel. Protect this vessel from what exactly?
Oh, these waters are very unforgiving. Anything.
He assumes you guys already have been here. You guys were just personally picked by his commander. He doesn't really know the in-betweens.
Kadar, you know about this place more than I do. What are we
It's from a
fighting?
different planet.
He
Oh.
just said it himself.
Ah.
Anything.
Okay then.
I'm not from this planet either. I just live.
No, you're here.
Oh, I live here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're from the Feywild.
Question.
Would I know? At least a little bit.
I'd say you've heard rumors of things.
Don't worry, we'll be fine.
In his head, I'll be fine.
Yes, I'll be fine.
Question. When are we getting our backpacks?
Yeah. About that. Brozo's not coming. The captain actually has it.
What?
I haven't given it to you guys yet.
Ah.
Bros, Why hast thou done this?
Brozo was not even in the guild whenever the guy turned to goop. I will say this is going to be a future plot thing.
Okay.
But basically, Brozo's out of the story for now.
Okay.
You see, like, one of those stage hooks that just grabs him by the neck and drags him away.
He's like, oh, hey guys, I'm so...
What was that?
Yeah.
While we're in the middle of our conversation.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's not waste time. Set sail. You over there.
Points at me. Yeah?
Go get the anchor.
Like...
Do it. You over there. Get the sails. You look like you have very long appendages. You'll be perfect for it. You. Stay right there. Your face pleases me. You right over there. Go clean deck or something. And you over
Did you
there.
just tell me to clean the deck?
Sure did.
How about we switch jobs?
I'm the captain.
I
I am the captain here. I am the captain now. And you. I don't know. You can do whatever you want. I got scope something. You don't have anything at the docks, but hurry. Me? I don't know what an anchor is!
I don't know what a sail is.
We're in complete shambles.
And I'm just looking at the poop deck like, this place stinks.
It's like completely spotless, though.
You see what
Yeah.
I've been dealing with now. Maybe
I have brain damage and
Yes,
memory
This
loss.
isn't my first crew like this. There's a reason why I don't have them.
maybe Kadara can go up to the top and actually, look out, make sure that we're safe from the crow's nest.
I go to the slime and say, hey, how about I collect the anchor and you clean the poop deck?
I like that idea a lot better. I don't even know what an anchor is.
I will look
What's an anchor? And
I will go over where the anchor is, and I will retrieve the anchor.
Alright. While you're doing so, the captain's like,
You, over there, the sails, up there. Pull the rope, tie it. Come on, hurry. I need it higher than that. You, wait a minute. Anchor ain't over there.
oh, I was told to trade places. I'm cleaning the deck now. Wiping it with my hand. Oh, that's fine.
It's like, whatever. Yeah, looks a little good. Do the next one. We have to do more after that. Now you. What's a guy like you doing around here?
Dealing with these guys. As you can see, it's been a handful here and there.
And I
I
will
can see that.
I will be like suddenly right by you and be like, anchor is up, Captain.
Good job. I'll have you on that job next time.
Alright.
Kadar, what are you doing?
You got this.
Alright, what's happening right now?
So, I'm cleaning the, basically the surface of the deck. While he pulled up the anchor, he just finished pulling up the sails, and the captain's enjoying his face. It pleases him. And then he told you you can kind of just do whatever you want. Go scope out the decks or kind of just explore.
Oh wait, it's him. Okay, I understand now. I
What was that?
suggested.
Does the ship have sails?
It does, it has 3 sails.
Okay, so Gadar is going to float in the air and start shooting men into the sails to get the boat moving.
Alright. Captain's like, so anyway.
What in the world was that?
It's a gust to wind.
Yeah.
So you just built the sails up. I don't understand how this is working.
Yeah. No, he was rolling them down.
Oh, okay.
They're
He's
still on a
unsheathing
gear
them.
system.
Okay.
But yeah, Kadar, you do so, and the ship definitely picks up speed very well.
I'm judging by this, you think those 3 days are going to be 3 days?
It's time-based. It's not distance, man. I
Ah.
said 3 days and 3 nights. I never said the destination. I said if I like you and you like me,
We
I
can
might
go
consider
around
we
the world
hiring
3
you.
times.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I like this job already.
Yeah.
We'll find tomorrow.
Yeah. You're like, I shall blow into the direction with the most damage. Onwards, my friends. And as he does so, it kind of cuts to black, and now all of our characters are in the second story deck, so the one right below the top, but right above the bottom, so kind of the middle floor in the whole thing. And basically, the captain told us we could choose any room to stay in, any at all. So technically that means kitchen or whatever. He didn't specify that, he meant bedrooms, but he said any room specifically.
Alright, I will. Are you sure?
What does the
yes, he's sure. It's just us right now.
Okay. I will take the captain's quarters.
Captain's
What is
Maybe
the
That's
one
fine, he doesn't
quarter.
say in the captain's quarters, so.
What is the cabin quarters again?
Captain's quarters?
No, not captain's cabin.
Cabin quarters?
Yeah,
The captain's
where we're
quarters
actually supposed to
is
sleep.
the cap-
It's anywhere between floor 2 and floor 3. Floor 2 is in the middle, floor 3 is on the very bottom. You can choose any.
I'll
Floor
do
3 is
2.
mostly for storage, while floor 2 is mostly for the maintenance crews.
I'll do 2 then, noting that floor 3 is not gonna last long.
Alright, so the interior of floor 2, basically you have the stairs coming down, and you see basically, since this is basically right in front of the captain's quarters at the back of the ship, you only see like 5 rooms behind the stairs. But basically it's the stairs, and then it just opens up back there. It's kind of like, it's got a table where you guys can talk, and then in front of it, it just goes all the way down with the rest of the 45 rooms. And there is a really nice red, blue, and white patterned rug that goes all the way down, where the middle is red and white, the sides is blue and red, and the edge is like nice, fluffy, like furry carpet along the edges of the wall. And,
Wait, carpet in a ship?
This is beautiful.
Yes.
I always don't want to
Carpet
step on it.
Carpet in a ship.
Yeah.
Interesting.
you're like, that is an interesting idea. Not what I would have picked.
Yeah, I would have been like, this is awesome, but totally not what I would have done.
Yeah. Bottom floors all wood, but this deck is.
I would have gone with the credit.
Yeah, I would have gone with granite. You hear it from above deck? On a ship?
That's too much weight.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. And you can choose any room you want. So,
Wait, what level is the captain's quarters on?
the captain's quarters is very top. That's where he steers the ship.
Okay.
He's there at almost all times.
He's at the top, or is he in the captain's quarters?
He's at the very top. His captain's quarters is right next to the wheel.
Okay.
So this guy you're gonna find works a little interestingly,
Yeah.
where he doesn't need certain things.
Nice.
So,
I'll be keeping an eye on him while making.
You've kind of
more
like
those-
turned yourself into the second mate.
Yeah.
Well, no, the first mate. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be like, what shall be done?
Yeah.
So basically, this is from the stairs, and now here I go like right here. So basically, the second one. Basically, there's 2 rooms on side, and there's 2 more. I go on one of those, specifically the right one.
The one on the right. Okay, so let's see. What room would this be? That way, 50. So this would be 100 minus 7. So your room is room 93. Remember that. Write that down.
Mine's at the very top deck.
Yeah. So yours is captain's quarters.
Yeah. So captain's quarters.
What room do you choose? And by the way, you guys can bunk in the same room. Each room can hold up to 8 people. This ship's big.
I'm going over to Samantha.
I will ask the guy a question. Deckhand a question.
Sure. Ask away.
Is it okay? How does one get permissions to copy sections of the ship?
Well, you'd have to ask the king himself. Not even I can do maintenance on this thing.
Mm.
I just steer the ship. I'm the captain here. I'm not the one who owns the ship.
Alright. Sounds like a plan. I will turn in for tonight. If you need anything from me, just ask it of me, and I will see what I can do.
Sure thing. You sleep on his desk. There's no bed in there.
I won't be sleeping. I'll be copying more of those orbs.
Oh, okay. You'll be kind of copying them in the corner.
Well, as I'm copying them, I'll also absorb a couple.
No, alright. Before you do that, every time you try to copy them, so in between other people talking, you'll need to roll 80 or higher.
Roll. So like
You can do it constantly, but you need to
Okay.
roll 80 or higher in order for it to count.
80
Alright,
or
so this
This
would be
will
the
count
room.
as a long rest for everyone, by the way, even though we're talking.
This is the room that you want to look at.
From the stairs.
Yeah,
I would
Stairs
want-
to the right.
Yeah,
So-
this one. This one.
You know, I will take the
One
first block
166.
Yeah.
while people are resting. He only needs to rest for 4 hours. The other 4 hours he'll be out on the boat, making sure that the boat's fine.
How many?
Alright, so you're up on the deck.
Yes.
How many
Okay.
would I be able to make within a 2-hour period?
You're basically able to make them anytime we're talking. So anytime we're talking, if you want to
I'll do that.
synthesize or create something, you can basically do that while we're talking.
Okay. Yeah, sounds like a plan.
I'll choose the one that's on the behind the stairs on the left. First door.
Behind the stairs on the left. I do not like that one, but alright. I have personal trauma with that one. I will say this ship sank once, and that was the ship that's the room I personally liked whenever it went down. So, alright, let's see. That is room number 4.
I'm not behind the stairs. I mean,
Yeah, you're in front of the stairs. That's why I'm labeling the rooms. I know the layout of the ship.
So that
This
would
is
be-
my ship, so I know the entire layout of this ship. So that's why I was saying, I know the layout of the ship. That's why I can label the numbers, because I made this ship.
yeah. Is it
This
still
is the
around?
ship I spent years on.
Is it still around?
Yeah, I still have the ship.
Yeah.
It's just sail powered, so it takes a long time to get anywhere. I use my new vessel, the Kraken.
Mm.
If I roll a 100, would that like make 2, or would it
No, it
make
still makes one.
it just only makes 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just needs to be 80 or higher with your current level.
All right.
Alright, so Kadar is above deck. Christo is with the captain, duping items. You picked your room, and I assume you go in, right?
Yes.
And then you've picked your room. Are you going to go in the room?
I'll go up and talk to the captain.
Alright, so you're going to go up to the captain. Now I'm like,
I thought we were sleeping though.
it counts as a long rest. You can do whatever you want during this
Oh.
period.
After about 2 hours, I'll say I'll make about 15 of them.
That's not bad.
15
I
what
know.
now?
3, 4, 5.
He's duping one of his items.
duplicate.
He's doing it in secret, though, so he only wants me to know right now.
So, can I look around the?
Yeah, you can. My guy's like, what room do I want to get?
Would I
I know exactly the room. I picked room 69.
69? Oh, nice.
Why? That's the exact number you hate.
Not this guy.
Which would that be on here?
How many would I be able to absorb during the long rest?
You actually don't know how to use them yet.
Oh, really?
Yes, they are like they are skill orbs, but they're like unrefined. So you don't know the process of refining them yet and turning them into actual usable items. But they basically will work as a upgrade skills only. Since they're blank, they only upgrade pre-existing skills.
You told him. Dang it. You told them.
I didn't.
They weren't
Wasn't
listening.
listening.
Okay.
What number would that be on?
You heard nothing.
69.
I heard everything.
I heard nothing.
I'm a good actor, so I'm not gonna
69 is on the right. Let's see.
We are
Right here.
literally.
It's like basically at the front of your list.
Literally, yeah. Rooms
So
apart.
second from the top, very front.
All the way up here.
So this one?
Yeah.
This is the left side. Actually, that would be the right.
Stairs. So it's on the right side.
And you said you did first right or first left?
this one. If this is the front of the stairs, I did this one.
And I guess my thing will also wear off by now. Right, Solon? Because it's definitely been more than an hour. I'd say it's probably starting to get dark for us.
This would be the
Because of the
Yeah,
time
it's
skip.
been for how long that ago? Like as soon as the jump from town to the ship, yeah, it went off long.
And this one's 69?
Yeah.
This is 69?
No, it's at the very bottom. It technically is further than your list. There's
Yeah.
100 rooms
I
per
know.
floor. This thing is
1, 2,
big.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
This thing, like I said,
and
like a warship.
for the example, we're just gonna go.
Yeah, I'm at the very bottom. And
Or
Qatar,
keep
you got,
his one close to the surface, right? So he can get out and about. He doesn't like boats.
all right. Do you want the room on the left or the right then, in front of the stairs?
Whichever one's open.
Both of them are open. That's what I was asking.
I'll say the one to the left, so he can just turn right for you.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
going-
the one to the left, right there.
I'm gonna.
Let's see. That would be room number 6.
Could I go in a state of meditation? That way I'm resting, but like on guard.
Yes, you can do that. So I go into my room like,
I'll be on top of the.
it's a room.
I'll be on top of the desk while meditating.
Yeah. And as
Sorry?
we
No.
are now decided on where we've been staying, Kadar, I would like you to make a perception
What room is he staying?
check.
Okay.
To see what you see.
My passive perception is 979.
I just make a D20 roll.
Okay. Let me get my eyes on the best.
No, alright. It's most likely we roll really high.
It's almost 10 already.
Yep. I'm liking this game better than this one so far.
Even though we've done nothing.
I got an 18 on the dice.
Perfect, perfect. I was hoping you'd roll high. So, the water isn't necessarily very turbulent, but you know, it is slightly more wavy than it was before, you're noticing. I assume you're kind of like hovering above the ship, kind of just so floating around, the sails kind
I'm
of
in
checking
the,
out.
I'm in the nest.
Crow's nest.
The crow's nest, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're noticing that the ship's starting to get a little bit bouncier, and you look kind of in the horizon. Well, I say kind of, you look in the horizon, it's starting to get, like, dark. Like, at this point, I'd say it's, like, almost night. So you're, like, able to see stars, but, you know, there's still a little bit of light. And you can kind of see what appears to be kind of like a bioluminescent turquoise color in the horizon coming our way. Not very quickly, but it is kind of coming our way. So what do you want to do?
I'll tell the captain there's something sus going on.
Alright, can you describe it?
Turquoise color.
Oh. Man the ship. Rolling the sails. Get the cannons ready. We are getting into a fight.
I'm in my quarters still.
Wisps ahead. He's yelling. He's trying to get
Oh.
everyone up.
Oh, okay.
I will.
So I never got
I
to
will
know what my
exit.
room looked like, so okay.
Did you want the sails up or like they're already down? So
Yeah, he wants them up.
Okay,
We're
I'll
preparing
start.
for a fight.
I will start.
How much?
I get up and do
the
the
cannon
sails
by the
too.
way?
I will start
The
working the
cannon?
sails.
The cannons on the ship.
I also start working on the sails.
They're ethanite. They're pirate ethanite. They're
Also,
gold.
so is my cannon. How much?
They're
would
not
mine be?
railgun. They're only like a D20 roll.
Okay, and mine would be.
But-
What was mine again?
Should be like 3D10 die.
So about 30 versus 20.
Yeah, this thing's probably like I said, just a D20.
Okay, so mine.
So this thing's like a guaranteed 20 per hit though.
Mine's a 3d20. You said, right?
But this is like for ships though, so this thing is scaled up.
I know. Yeah. So I'm gonna have my railgun. I'm gonna run out to the top. Ask the captain where he would like me to be stationed, and I put my railgun out.
Yeah. I run out of my room like, why do I have to choose the one all the way at the back? And I'm in my normal form now, and I did leave Handy and my stone in my room. By the way, since we didn't actually technically go into the rooms yet, other than maybe putting my stuff in there, I haven't described the rooms because we haven't actually gone in there yet. We just have been assigning things.
Okay.
And yeah, I run up above deck, and the captain's like, "Who are you?"
I understand.
Because I was in the slime form when he first saw me.
And now
Probably
you're
below
you.
deck. Yeah, but he recognizes that I'm a variant.
Mm.
Like, well, that was a strange reaction. But as you roll up the sails, he says to drop anchor next. Drop the anchor!
I will. And
Anchor, and the ship stops. And it's like, quiet.
I will get behind a cannon.
Yeah, get behind the cannons.
Actually, even better. I will pull out my pay-to-win machine.
Yeah, pull the pay to win machine. You hear just like the gambling machine in the background is like darker, but you see like the neon lights. And everyone's like, "Oh, that is bad." You just hear like the slot sounds. It like sounds like the ambience of a casino.
Alright, I would like to put in 10 platinum and get out a, you see a little soldier totem pop out. And I will collect him, and I will set him on the ground and activate him, and a medium armor soldier
Alright.
will pop up.
Yeah, I basically get into fighting position, and then the captain yells out,
Everyone, bring your strongest moves and think wisely.
Character.
yes, I'll get those.
We have to think. No, just kidding.
So, yes, I would heed his warnings well. So, I don't have the ship drawn right now because I really don't want to. This is not the ship. Not our ship. We are going to use the island right now as the ship.
Okay, so the island's
You want me to draw a quick schematic?
You can draw the map if you want before I get the map drawn, because we're going to be using this ship a lot. So this is you, Sam. You're up here. I'll say the captain's quarters is right up here. So where are you at here? This is the captain's quarter. You're up here with the captain, right?
Yes.
So you're up there with the
actually,
captain?
no. I just got done with the sails,
Okay. So
and now I'm by a can. I am nearby a cannon after activating the after dropping an anchor. So
alright, yeah, we'll say this island.
where's
is
the cannons?
The cannons are aligned on the sides of the ship.
Okay, I will be nearby the captain.
Right here.
Yeah.
And then
This
where are you?
I was also masking the sails. So
Where's
I
my
was
minion?
The nearest one
Right
of
here?
the sails. Yeah.
Could I get a minion?
Yeah, here's your minions.
Okay, I need one for a medium soldier.
And then, Kadar, where are you at on the ship? Can you describe it for me?
After I got all the sails out where I was assisted in, I went back to the crow's nest. He's preparing to decide which abilities to strike. Because I don't want to say he's fought these things before, so because technically it was a playthrough, so that he hasn't yet.
Yeah. I'll say you're right here on the tree. The crow's nest would be
Okay.
more around here, but it's up, so it doesn't really matter because you can fly.
Yeah, it works.
Potentian's not part of this battle, so leave her away. She's still in the bottle. So, I don't know about that. And then, yeah, I am right here, behind Shane. And, so we're over here with ship right here. So, as we are preparing, we just start hearing
How many wisps?
all of
Oh, so that's not gonna be enough.
them. Let's see, do we have 10? 9 more? Oh, yeah, 10 total.
2. Yep.
Okay.
How many wisps? I know you said all of them, but is there a number?
Yes, we have 10 wisps that we can see currently. Let me scatter them out a little more evenly while we're preparing. So basically, while we all are getting ready, the ship approaches and we kind of hear a little bit of a sea shanty. Heavy drums, very deep voices, very mean sounding, as they approach our ship from about, I'd say, 400 or so yards away. We can see the ship pretty well, but I would say it would be a little bit annoying to actually hit it with a cannon.
I wouldn't have a problem hitting it.
I was more talking about like average people.
Oh,
I'd say most of our characters could probably dead shot that thing.
yeah.
Actually, I can count the
Alright,
squares.
so Kadar will yell to the captain, what is our goal?
Our goal is to eliminate the wisps, and do not let them get to the ship. Do not let them get to the ship. That is an order. It will be devastating if they get here. Now, word of advice. Be careful what you use against wisps. They can copy. Their whole thing is mimicry.
So don't use your best moves. Is that what you
Be
said?
careful when using your best moves.
Got it. Shall I attack first?
We need to roll initiative.
20?
Is that
Should we rely on
No,
the
that's us.
Should we rely on the dice roll for initiative since we're OP?
No, let me hear the initiatives. Instead of rolling a die roll, I'll probably just hear how big the initiatives are and if it's separated by 20.
Initiative?
My initiative's only 7, so I'm pretty sure I'm going last out of everyone.
okay? Who's who?
I don't
need
have
us
any
on
initiative.
our places there because I already had it spaced out specifically.
What does initiative fall under?
I mean, I guess that's fine for now.
Dexterity.
We won't be doing it in the future until I get the actual
ship.
done.
We need
Yeah.
one more piece of paper for the.
No,
Yes.
this is fine.
Oh, okay.
Where is everybody at on the ship? Though? That's what I wanted to know.
I am right
Yeah,
here.
this is his minion. He's right over here by the wooden cannons. I am right here in front of the captain's quarters, right behind him. I don't know where you're at. I think you were with the
I
captain.
went up to the
So
front.
you're up here,
The
and
rail
then right here, he's on the crow desk.
Who's the captain?
The captain is not playing here. He's in the captain's quarters.
Okay.
Basically, this is basically flag capture.
After the flag.
Yes. Capture the flag and eliminate the other team. Do not let them get to the ship. If they get to the ship, it's game over. Like,
Okay.
this will be game over for the crew.
Oh, really?
Yes. Like, technically it's not a guaranteed chance for us to fail, but it's a almost guaranteed chance. These things will mimic everything. They make it to the ship, they'll mimic the ship along with all of us. And they can do that per wisp.
Nice.
So these things, just play carefully. This is a very strategic one.
My initiative is 0, so I don't think I'm going anytime soon.
Your initiative is not 0. Do you have your
It's
app?
based off of dexterity.
Yeah, it's like dexterity plus 10, was it?
Oh.
No, it's dexterity plus your proficiency.
Dexterity plus your
Oh, I have
proficiency.
an
I think you had a plus 2
advantage.
proficiency.
Yeah.
Proficiency, what?
You just have a plus 2 proficiency, so it's your dexterity.
My dexterity is 168.
So
they get
you have
no,
160,
Andy, you're gonna divide 168 minus 5.
168 minus 5, that is 160.
No, you have to divide 168 by 2.
Divide it by 2, so
Get your
160.
calculator.
Yeah.
168 divided by 2 minus 5, and that's what is
I already
dexterity.
got mine set up. Mine's a 7, but my stats work a little
79.
differently.
I have 102 for initiative.
His is 97.
It's 97. Okay.
That was mine?
Yes.
Alright, so he has a 97. Kadar, I'm almost going to guarantee you're going first.
Most likely.
What's yours?
My initiative was 102.
102?
Yes.
Okay, so yours is 102. What was yours, Kadar? Yours is like 800 something, right?
832.
832. So first, second, third. What's yours?
And initiative, it's 36 minus 1. I haven't rolled yet. If I need to roll.
I'm judging it by if it's separated by 20, so yeah. So I'm going last, you're going second last, third. So
Okay.
it's Kadar,
Question for you.
Christo, your
Shane.
character, Shane, Zul, Etonius. That's the order we're going in.
Okay.
Question for the end.
Yes.
How powerful would you say these wisps are?
They are not very powerful unless they use mimicry and they copy your stats exactly.
Okay, so Kadar is going to activate his God Bubble around them, not do anything with it right now.
Around the ship, that's very smart.
Yeah.
That's very smart. So the ship right now is protected by his God Bubble, which currently lasts 1 turn. So we have at least 1 turn.
No, it lasts 3 turns.
3 turns now? Oh, right, you leveled it up. Okay. So it lasts for 3 turns. We have 3 turns without having to worry about the wisps getting there. They can travel on water, and if they mimic anyone with warp,
By the
they can
way,
warp.
within the God Bubble, if they try to touch it, they lose 2 abilities.
I'd say if they try to touch your God Bubble, they actually die.
Okay.
Because they mimic. They cannot mimic something like that. Because the God Bubble, I would say, was ever changing while it exists.
So why doesn't
Yeah.
he just put it around the ship and close it?
It is around the ship.
No, the other ship.
He can only put it around himself.
Oh,
It's a defense
Yeah.
move.
Exactly.
Do they take damage to light abilities?
Figure it out. This is one of those series where you gotta figure it out if you don't already know it. But like I said, usually once you remember the gimmick, it'll help in the future.
Okay, so the wisps, are they on a ship?
Huh?
Are they on a ship?
They are on a ship. They are about 400 feet away from you guys.
400 yards.
Yeah, 400 yards, sorry.
So,
You do realize a yard is 3 feet, so they're like 1,200 feet away from us.
Yes, they are quite far.
Okay.
what are you doing anything, or just hiding us from with the ship?
Well, I covered the ship and I warned them. I was like, "There's a time limit to this. It only lasts for X amount of turns." And then he's going to test. He's going to test the wisps again by throwing his hammer at the ship specifically to see if he can save it.
Alright. Let's
I'm going to have
see.
to make an attack roll.
Yeah, an attack roll. And I'll roll to see what it's divided by. 16E. Gotta get the calculator up. Since it is wisps, they do have a special gimmick. They basically divide. So whenever they roll a d20 and they divide your damage by whatever they rolled. So you could either roll, like, get a lot of damage in or hardly any at all. But with you, I think it's just going to be a lot of damage regardless.
Okay.
Because it's just...
So what is the AC of the ship that I need to reach?
It's a guaranteed hit.
Okay, that works. He hits the ship. Are there any wisps on the ship?
There are wisps on the ship. I would say the whole ship kind of looks ghostly. It's like you can tell it's wood, but the wood is kind of like transparent.
Okay. So when a hammer strikes and makes a successful hit, it can actually attack up to as many creatures as my wisdom modifier.
Yes.
So I can attack up to 967 wisps in that one turn, and then all have to make a wisdom save or be stunned for 1 round, or until the end of my next turn.
Alright.
Now, how many wisps are there?
There are 10 wisps that you can see right now.
Yes, but the hammer specifically, is there at least 967 wisps?
There are much less than that.
Okay.
So it will hit the whole ship and everything on it.
Okay. So they have to make a wisdom save against my spell save DC. If they fail, they are stunned until the end of my next turn.
Alright, I would say throw the hammer.
I already did.
Alright, you did throw the hammer? How much damage is it?
Okay, so
It's a guaranteed hit, so...
Okay, so I will roll real quick. Just see if I can get my sheet back up. So the hammer itself.
It's like a times
Okay.
4 multiplier, right?
So let's see, it's 82 plus 1,897.
82 plus what?
Let me
1,000.
get that. Let me get it for you real quick.
1,897.
He's gonna get the whole number.
So that's 1,979.
1,979 divided by 16. So that's 123 damage to the ship.
Okay. And they'll have to make a save real quick.
They cannot make a save. It is a guaranteed hit.
Okay, so they automatically fail, so they're all stuck, they cannot move, and they're in shock right now. Literally.
Yes, they are. Or at least they are perceived to be like that.
Pretty much. Technically speaking, all of them would take damage themselves. Do we want to do that or not? Because it's very small, it's only 2d8 damage.
I will say they're so far away, make a perception check to see the aftermath of the damage.
My passive perception is 979. I can see hundreds of...
And I would say you probably have a guarantee to be able to see everything because you're in the God Bubble, so you can see, like, probably everything, like, up close.
Yeah.
So, hold on.
Each one of them would take 14 points of damage.
Alright. So, as you look at the ship, it was a point-blank direct attack, and the lightning sparked everything on that ship. And basically there was like a whole bunch of smoke around the ship. And you look at the ship, something feels off. As the smoke fades, you notice that the ship has like a huge hole in it. And the wisps that you saw kind of like scattered around. They're not moving at all. They appear to be stunned, but they also appear to have taken no damage. So they are stunned. They have not taken any damage, but the ship has taken damage.
Darwin will explain what he sees to the crew to say that they're stunned, and it doesn't seem, my attack has not seemed to have done anything. He can attack 2 more times, he's just not going to. He's going to let other people do that. He's going to reserve his strength to keep the God level up as possible. He's actually going to go, he's going to try to go past his limits to hold it for longer, but that'll be up to the DM if you decide that will happen. If he does so, he has to concentrate on it, which means he can't do anything else.
Alright, let me see. I actually have a method that I'll basically allow you to give up your turn and roll a d20. Alright, if you get every round that you decide to give up a turn, if you roll a d20, you can extend the amount of time you can leave it open by 1 turn. So you need to get higher than an 11 on a d20 roll each turn that you just choose to give up.
Okay, so it's just a normal roll, that's fine.
Correct.
So I won't add anything to it, that works.
But you have to get the whole
turn.
turn.
I will have to take a short rest afterwards because I am going past my limits, which technically my body is designed to do anyway with the biotin and all that. But,
Yeah. Alright, so it is Crystal, it is your turn next.
Alright, I will. What is my flying speed?
You have a flying speed 5 times your walking speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where it is from. Purge. I think it's 300 and something feet.
I'm pretty sure your flying speed, Michael, what is your walking speed? I think it was like 4 squares.
My walking speed, I forgot to write it down, crap.
I'm pretty sure it was 4 squares, so 40 feet.
It was 30 feet movement and then we add.
No. See,
I
we're
think
not
he had a
going
total
by
of 60 feet of movement last time I checked.
I think you rolled a 5 when I came to it, and you got an additional
Oh yeah.
1. So you do have 60 or 6 squares.
Okay.
So in this
6
in this
times
point,
5 would be 30.
so
He's got 30 squares of movement.
Yes. So we're trying to figure out how many squares. So let me see, 1,600. They're 160 squares away.
All right. If
No,
that's
I'm
the
sorry,
case.
120 squares. They're
And by the way,
120
since
squares.
the God Bubble's activated, you can literally just skip to one of the squares outside of it because he's basically giving free movement of everything.
Okay, so I'll.
So it starts outside of the square.
Fly here. I would like to take what is. I would like to use.
Has anyone copied Sidar's armor or weapons yet?
Not yet.
No. Not
They
yet.
would get a boost. They would get a boost of times 4 for the armor or their dex and their attacks. So they would get 4 attacks per turn rather than just 1.
Yeah, we'll have to do that after this next turn.
I would like to.
Well, after this battle.
That's after the session. Yes.
I would like to fly to here,
No, alright.
and I would like to scan them to see if there's anything going on and if there's any more wisps. Like if they are truly stunned or they're.
So,
Alright,
Monte
good.
Cristo is.
Get a
Are
220.
you teleporting or you're flying?
He's flying.
Okay. Can you see through fog?
Yeah. Yeah, I would not be able. The only thing that I can't see through is lead.
Nice. Oh yeah, that's right. It's right here.
Yeah. Roll higher than a 5 for me, please.
14.
You would have advantage, Michael.
Yeah. I rolled higher than the roll that he did.
Yeah, by a long shot. Yes, you look at the ship. You have very clear view. You cannot see anything inside the ship, but on the deck you see that there are indeed 10 wisps, and they are all stunned. They have not taken any damage, but they are actually unable to move.
Unable to move. How far would my ice breath be?
I'd say you have to be pretty point blank.
Pretty point blank.
Yeah.
Well, it would probably be a 30-foot cone.
Yeah, probably a 30-foot cone.
Okay, so seeing
Because
as
it'll
I'm
act
still
like
far
dragon
away,
breath.
I'll take a card, and I'll switch it to. Can I switch it to radiant?
Radiant, yes.
I
You can
would,
use any element.
I would switch it to radiant, and I would shoot this one up here to see if I. And I will use True Strike, so it will hit automatically.
Alright.
And I'll see what my. Okay, that's it. 2 plus my strength. 70 hit. 70 points.
70 points of damage.
Of radiant damage.
Alright, so you flick the card at the wisp. And
Well, hold on a second. Michael, what is your highest stat?
Highest stat?
Yes.
Currently, it is my dex.
Okay, so when you use an ability, normally speaking, they would either use your charisma, your intelligence, or your wisdom. Those have to do with powers and the mind.
Yeah.
Your strength, constitution, and dexterity have to do with your physical form. So if
So-
you're going to use power, you have to use either your charisma, your intelligence, or your wisdom.
so his cards are an item.
Yeah.
He can just choose which element they're already imbued with.
Yes.
Okay, my bad.
You're
Yeah.
good.
I'm talking about the strength to calculate the not strength, the damage. You would have to use one of those stats to calculate.
Yes,
So-
we're using strength modifying
Okay.
as hit.
Because basically the card is the element. It doesn't do any damage on its own. It's all based on how hard he throws it.
Okay, then yeah. Strength or dex, you know.
Alright,
yeah,
so-
both of them, because you're throwing it, you could technically use your dexterity. Just like when you use a crossbow or a longbow, you use your dex.
We decided it would kind of be a strength thing because he kind of like flicks it. It's not actually him putting really force into it.
Yeah.
It's like how much damage he's putting
Okay.
into it, and he like it's seeking. It's
Okay,
like a
my bad.
seeking missile type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. I'm gonna be in here. I'm not supposed to. I'm gonna.
No, you're good. We didn't go over all the individual roles, so we're kind of like having to figure out. That's why I was like, this session will kind of be that whole learn each other's ability
Yeah.
kind of session.
Yeah. All right.
So how much damage is it?
70.
Well, was it 72 or just 70?
It is 70.
70.
So it's a 2 on die, and it's a 66.
All right. So
I mean 60. 68. Yeah.
So you flick the card at the wisp, and it definitely hits. So you're like, yes! As you see it flying right back at you. So you need to make a dexterity saving throw that is higher than 70 in order to dodge.
All right. I did.
You did?
I will instead catch it.
Alright.
With 2 fingers.
You'll catch it, and you're like, that's strange, and it like disappears into like neon mist. And as you look, you can see your card stuck into the deck of the boat.
Oh really?
Yes.
So
And the boat took 70 points of damage.
The wisps.
Whoa.
Any physical
Wait a
item the
minute.
wisp
It's
touch
supposed to
it
divide
covers.
if I specific done right then.
Not the ship. It's a guaranteed hit, and it takes full damage. It's got no defense.
Okay. Why was my damage divided? Was it because the wisps did that?
Yes, the ship is not the same as the wisps.
Okay.
It's just a carrier for them.
um,
That's why the ship has been damaged so far, but the wisps themselves haven't been.
wouldn't radiant like damage anything that's like spiritual as well?
Well,
So
specifically speaking, he's trying to find a weakness that they can
Yeah.
exploit.
That's why I was using radiant.
These things are immune to radiant.
They're immune.
They are immune to radiant. These are not ghosts. These
yes.
are wisps.
Okay, so the
They're
players
like
know this,
illusions.
but Monte Cristo might have to make an intelligence check to see if he can deduce this.
Yes.
Yeah. So could I?
You'll need to roll an actual d20.
Yeah.
I already have the number.
One thing I can say, the wisps are not our problem, nor should be our target.
Yeah, he's fought against these things. We've done this in person.
73.
73? No, just a normal
Oh,
die roll.
it's
Okay.
a 6.
You need 19 or higher.
19
Haley
or
has a
higher.
question for the DM.
You said earlier that someone's blow put a massive hole in the ship.
Yeah.
So is the ship sinking?
It is not sinking. It has a certain amount of health, and the blow was kind of more towards the top,
Okay.
but it took a lot of damage.
So I do not understand what is happening right now. So I will be like, let me think about this for a second, and I will flick my thumbs, and I will vanish into my other dimension.
Alright, I will take your player off the board. Yeah, we'll take your player off the board until you're ready to reappear next round.
Alright.
Alright, I guess it would be your turn next.
Okay. So watching that happen, can I try trying to figure out what could or might damage them?
You're gonna have to get up close to them. You don't have any abilities that you could use, do you?
No. Well, I thought
Because they're like over 1,000 feet away from you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So what am I supposed to do?
you can consult Fruity.
You
I don't
can
know.
consult.
We're
Rudy.
kind of like ship support to make sure if they get close to the ship. I'm a brawler character. I don't have anything. I have to basically just like they try to get to the ship. I'm like, no, bad ways.
I guess I try and consult Fruity like what I'm trying
We have
to
cannons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I try to get the ethanite cannon or whatever, and then try to shoot the lower part of the ship because he said don't let them get to the ship, so sinking theirs would be, I guess, an idea.
All right. So move to one of the cannons and make a perception check for me.
Perception.
If they're in front of us, you're gonna want to use one of the front cannons.
Yes.
There is a front cannon, so you'll have to go up there.
Just a die roll.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's 4.
You don't find the cannon until you defy. So you found the cannon. You don't know where the cannonballs are, though. You can try again because you get 2 turns.
Oh, yeah, you roll with advantage in the bubble.
Yeah.
Right. 13. Okay.
You find the cannonballs. It's right next to the cannon. You're like, how did I not see that?
He's just on the other side.
Now
of
have
the
fun
cannon.
figuring out how to arm anything that cannon.
Can I do a
What?
perception check?
What does the cannon look like? Does it have a hatchback?
It looks like a normal cannon. I would say you have to put the cannonballs in the front. That's the only way I could think of. And the cannonballs, when you pick them up, are strangely light.
Because these are not made out of metal.
Yeah.
They are Aetherite cannons. Propelled through energy.
These things pack a punch.
Which means you stick that thing in, you step back. Because there's no fuse.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
not knowing this
You
knowledge.
find. Yeah. Go. Proceed. Don't die.
Oh, we can just say Fruity saves me or something.
Do the smart thing and
Yeah, I just get the. Like, okay, I guess I just put the front. No, I aim it and then I try to
Good
roll
thinking
it.
there.
Then I try to put it in and make it roll back or whatever.
You hear? As it fires, point blank, at the ship. Roll to see where it lands.
So I was aiming for the bottom of the ship, so
6.
it is a 9.
You roll with advantage.
It is a 9. You can roll again.
Another 6.
So we'll say 9. You hit very close. Like every time the ship rocks, water can go in, but it's not like enough to just like start sinking.
So I just
As the ship takes, what's your strength?
my strength is 200 plus 2.
200 plus 2, so that would be 209 points of damage to the ship. And that would be your whole turn, so Zul, it is your turn.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to be using my cannon. I will be firing near the base of the ship, kind of at a diagonal angle, so when it hits, it kind of goes through from a higher point, definitely into the water.
I will say these cannons do fly straight, they do not angle.
I'm using my gun, my rail gun.
Oh, your railgun?
Yeah.
Alright, so you're at the edge of the ship.
Very front.
Alright, so you need a strength of over 100 to use this.
Okay,
So, do you have strength over 100?
definitely.
Good.
Alright, and I roll, I guess.
Like 100 plus. That's
You need D10.
I can use them for the pigeon.
I need D10.
I just
got
realized
200.
I need a D10.
I've been using my normal stats
I
while I've
need a
been
D10.
fighting.
Yeah.
I should be using my double battle
Yeah,
stats.
D10.
Yeah.
And I need to do 3 of them.
That's what the sessions are for.
11?
Do I?
A D10.
Do I have 11? What's a D10?
Oh, wait.
That's a D12. Here,
Yeah,
here's a
it's a
D10.
Did it not come with a D10?
It should have come with a D10. It's this thing.
Okay. It has a D10.
Oh, okay, this thing.
Yeah, they
I'll
look
do
weird.
both.
Because you can do it 3 times. So,
It's 5.
that's 5 so far.
10.
No, you
14.
only can do 3s. 3d10. So, it's that. That die.
This one?
I'll allow it for our advantage, so 10 plus 5, so 15 points of damage.
15 times 756 plus 4.
700. No, it's a weapon.
Weapon, so.
It's not a
15.
damage multiplier. It's just the gun.
Okay.
And
I
it's
should have
pyrite.
threw my pipe then.
There are some weapons that can use strength, such as
The hammer.
Is
Yeah,
that considered one move though?
it is considered
But-
one move.
So I do have.
But because your railgun doesn't use any of your abilities, you would have to just use the weapon itself.
Yeah, so it is 15 points of damage, and then I'm going to be using my pike, throwing my pike.
This is where it gets fun, folks.
Sweet.
So I need at least 100 points to... How much strength
No,
do I
it was
have to have?
it was only for the weapon,
How much would I need
the
to have
railgun.
to
You can
throw?
use anything with your pike.
Will it make it to 1,000 feet across, though, with my strength?
How is your strength?
Almost 800. It's
If it was
756 plus 4.
756? Definitely. I think
Demo.
you need at least like
Demo.
100.
Generally speaking, you can throw. There's a short and long range for how far you can throw. Technically, it would be your strength 4, whatever that is. That's the range you can do within range. But anything past that, you can technically you can do double your strength your strength 4. But the latter has to be a disadvantage, which means you cannot be accurate.
I'd say he can make it. I'd say he's got
It's
like
1,200 feet away, so you would have to throw it at disadvantage if you could.
yeah. So you have to roll 2 and lower numbers, Tristan.
Okay. 2 what?
What does the pike require?
2d20.
Wouldn't
2d20? So
Wouldn't be- Wouldn't he have advantage though because he's on the ship?
Yes, no, it would be regular. A regular
Yeah, just
attack.
one die.
A 9.
A 9. You do not make it. It lands like right around here,
Of course.
and you do not get that pike back.
No, I know. So I've only got like 1 pike left.
Yeah.
So you actually gotta put that
And that is it. Your moves up. Unless you have a third move. I think you only had 2 because you didn't choose a new one.
I did not choose a new one, but I need to figure out what all I have as far as
Alright,
abilities.
By
so
the way,
yeah.
guys, just so you know, on Kadar's next turn, he's gonna make it to where everyone within the bubble automatically hits the ship.
That'll work.
We won't have to waste time and
Just use the cannons.
frustration.
I will say the ship's almost destroyed, so
You can do the mighty blow, I believe in you.
I can only use cannons.
Yeah.
Wait, no. I forgot. I do have 2 new abilities.
What are they?
Electric control over all electricity and control over all magnetism.
So you can just.
And I'm with advantage within the bubble.
Yeah.
So I
Yep.
move towards the front of the ship. Ask you to move right there so that we can share. Yeah. But I'm shorter than you. It's okay. It's a 10-foot radius. We're fine.
You walk between your legs. I'm like, eh.
Like,
Well, no. You're back to normal, right?
I am back to normal.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
still shorter than him.
Oh, okay.
I'm still a humble 5'4", sir.
He's only 5'9".
Well, it's my actual person, but in there I'd probably be like 6'11". Probably with my stature in there.
We'll say he's wearing high heels. But anyways, the electrification you cast on them, I can actually mess with that.
Cool.
So I asked, you know, when I leveled up, I got these strange new abilities, and one of them is, what is it actually called? Really, I gotta go through. Okay, control over all electricity, and you stun them with the hammer, and they are currently stunned. So I asked, is there anywhere you want me to throw these guys? I can't do it far, but I think I can hit them from this range since I'm at advantage.
Drown them. That's.
They're whist. You really think they're gonna drown?
Oh, okay.
Throw them in hell.
I can only move them physically, like move their location. Kind of like move them to where they're more advantaged. Like, do you want me to move 1, 2, like to where we can like hit them a little easier?
Yeah.
No one's.
You
Okay.
wanna bump them out?
I am not here.
They're already punched up. It's true. You're not here.
Currently.
What'd you say, Kadar?
We don't want them to stick to the boat.
Yeah. So let's see. So yeah. You want me to take their electrification and kind of like put a barrier around like a light barrier around their ship, kind of like if they try to touch it, it causes them to get stunned.
How about
It'll probably only last like the next round.
That'll work. Give us some time.
It basically transfers their electrification to around the dome for an extra turn.
cage them? You mean?
Yeah. Should I do that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not here. I'm not there, but
Alright, so I do that, and as I do that, you see like the electricity kind of like gets sucked from the wisps into like a ball and then just domes out over the ship. And they are currently now trapped by electricity. So, yeah.
So we can harm them
That's-
with electricity.
That was my move number 1, and then I go over to the cannon next to Shane. I move you back just a little bit, because like I said, 10-foot squares.
Yeah.
And I grab one of the balls, and I put it into the cannon, and it's already aimed at the ship, so I don't change the aim.
Ooh.
who's next?
It would be.
Oh, I apologize for interrupting.
You're good.
I just had an idea.
And let's see. It does 12 points of damage to the ship. And this one, since I was aiming at an area we already hit, it actually goes through, and we can see a hole through the ship now.
So is it sneaking?
Not really.
Well, we literally.
What? This is a ship that's partially transparent. Alright, that is the end of my turn.
So we have
So
to
it is
destroy
now
the
the
ship.
Wisp's turn. And I need...
Quick question.
yes.
May my minion go?
Your minion is controlled by you, and it's currently level 1, right?
It is currently, it is not level 1, it is... Oh wait, my ability,
Yeah.
Pay to Win, is at level 1, yes.
So yeah, you can only control one at a time, and it is one of your character's turns.
It is one of my... Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just wait then.
So, once it's level 2, you'll be able to control 2 with 1 turn, stuff like that.
Okay.
Alright, so... Alright.
Can't
It
you
is now
just-
the Wisp's turn.
I was about to
This
say,
one's
can't you
4,
just teleport them 200
1,
miles, not
2,
2 miles away from
The
four.
wisp are found.
True.
Yeah, they can't get out the bubble. You just
I
said
forgot
too.
about that. I was so like, yeah, I've been waiting to move. I was like, wait. So I guess the Wisps don't do anything for their turn.
They all get stunned
They get stunned
attempting to
again.
fly.
Yeah, no, they don't move at all. Kind of like they weren't moving before, whenever they got stunned. So yeah, they're staying still. Which means it is Kadar's turn again, which means the God Bubble has 2 more turns left. Unless you roll higher than
9. No, 11.
Yep.
it was
Okay.
11. Yeah, higher than 11.
Kadar?
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna make a, give me a second. He's gonna make an investigation check.
No,
He's
alright.
He's trying to see if he gets rid of the bone, do the wisps go away. So he's gonna roll.
No, alright.
You got a nat 20.
A nat 20. You needed a 19. Okay, so whenever you investigate, it appears as though the wisps are not controlled by the boat, but are using it as transportation. So they are not required to have the boat.
Okay. Okay. So if he gets rid of the boat, he's gonna move.
Can you say that again?
If he gets rid of the boat, can they move?
Yes, they will be able to move.
They're trying to move from the ship to us. Right
And
now.
when you investigate as well, you notice a big glowing being below the deck from the new hole that was blown through from the ethanite. The ethanite cannon.
You see in the background.
Can you repeat that?
Can you say that one more time?
Can you repeat that?
So, also, since you rolled a nat 20, you also kind of like, you kind of glance through the hole that was just made by the Ethanite cannon, since it just went through the ship completely, and you notice a big glowing being in the bottom of the ship. I don't know how big, but it's obviously bigger than the wisps on top of the ship.
Did you say being like B-I-N-G or being B-E-A-N?
A big humanoid creature.
Okay. So I could just derail the whole session real quick and just give himself the ability to destroy the wisps, but I don't know if he'll do that this time. Since he's in his god bubble, he can do that.
Destroying the wisps is knowledge based.
We can't hurt him with physical attacks. Then what the bleep are we supposed to do?
You're supposed to figure it out. This is teaching you how to do actual spiritual warfare.
Yeah.
How? All of our stuff is physical.
We already said. Attacking the wisps is useless. We can contain them.
Okay.
Our goal is the glowing person underneath the ship.
Yeah, because our goal is to make sure they do not make contact with our ship, otherwise it's instant game over.
Yeah.
But our goal is also to make sure they're all eliminated. They can be eliminated, and because of his perception check, you can find out that they do not need the boat to move, and that they cannot be hurt by physical attacks.
Would the laser from my thing be considered a physical attack?
Yeah, it went through him.
Okay.
There was a being at the bottom of the ship. So with that, Kadar, you still have both moves because you only did a investigation check.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what I need to do. Guys.
You can roll a 20 to get information from the captain.
Sure. 14.
14. Yeah, he got a 3. Alright, ask away.
He's going to ask if he knows any weaknesses of the wisps that he can exploit.
Oh yeah. They really hate constructive criticism. That's always been a weakness of them.
I knew it. It was words.
That's all he says.
So they take psychic damage.
Yes.
Good to know. So, Kadar will transform into his Super Saiyan form, timing his abilities by 50. And then he's going to say, he's going to put his hand in his time and go, oh, man. He can turn the damage type from energy to any form, so he turns into psychic.
Alright.
So, he shoots a conveyor wave at the wisps.
Alright. Let's see.
You're ugly.
Alright, roll a 20 die.
For what?
Willpower. It's not adding your personal willpower, it's just you gotta beat their willpower.
On the die.
That. Okay. 19.
Yeah, they only got an 8, so which ones are you hitting with this?
All of them?
They are pretty spaced out. How big is this Kamehameha?
World busting, that's why you transform.
Alright. So, all the wisps take 2 damage.
Why 2?
They don't have much health. And willpower is, well, specifically the psychic damage is one of the damages that actually can damage them, but it is actually the least of the 3 that can be damaged for them.
Well, what I'm saying is, he rolled for damage over here. Can I not use this?
This one is so for example, there's 3 different types of damage they can be damaged by. This was the least out of the 3, so they have super high tolerance to this. But
Basically,
also
it's
from
not
the
effective.
from the investigation, you find out that they did take a lot of damage, even though the damage was low. These things have like no health, so it was super high damage, even though it was like scaled down for them.
Meaning they only like
They're
2 more
weird. That's their thing. They're weird. It's still a fourth of their damage though. Like, no, it's a fifth of their damage. So, let's see, they each have 8 health left. And you can do this like 2 more times, right?
3.
3.
No, yeah, right. 2 more times.
2 more times, yeah.
Wait, then. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. What's the point of having stats in the game?
This is one of their gimmicks. The other 2 are stat based. This one is like a very big. Like this was their gimmick. So willpower, which is what psychic damage is based off of. If you roll, if they roll higher than you, it does 1 damage. If you roll higher than them, it's 2 damage. They only have 10 health. So the other 2 are insta kill.
If this is helping,
The captain said that they are weak to constructive criticism. So that's not necessarily psychic damage.
Hey! Chocolate! The old die.
That's not psychic then. No, sorry, that's not constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is saying you need to do a better job than that. You did a good job, but you need to do better. That's constructive criticism.
That's what I'm talking about.
So if you just insult him and won't do anything?
Why don't we try and find out?
I don't. I
Anyway,
don't have the knowledge
Kadar-
that he does.
Kadar is going to, because of his ability that he's times 50 right now, he's going to use his voice that's 50 times louder to actually speak to them.
No, alright?
And he's going to, he's going to do the honey and the hatchet. He says they're doing a good job, but they can do better.
They all look at him, they're like... as they all, like, wisp away. They're like... and they all, like, have complete terror written on their face. As the ship begins to rumble and starts to crack apart and explodes as you guys see a big, like kind of like sonic boom under the water shoot out and smack the side of the god bubble. Since the god bubble is protecting the ship, no damage was done to anyone or anything other than the fact that this ship now has been completely and utterly destroyed. And what was the thing? Yeah, it's been completely and utterly destroyed. And you see 2 big hands crawl out of the ship, basically. Just one on the side of the ship, one on the other side of the ship, and you see a very big, very ugly face pop out. And it's basically like a huge, I'd say probably like 30-foot tall skeleton pirate looking thing. As it says, "Who dare kill my minions?" As he kind of like flings himself forward, and he is currently hovering over the water right around here.
Is he also a wisp?
A little different. He's a little beefier. He's more on the ghost side than anything else.
So we still can't use the physical attacks.
No, you cannot. And he does have different gimmicks. Since he rolled a 20, you guys are also able to find out, because he was able to see the thing from below. You guys are also able to know, thanks to Kadar, that he is also weak to the same general things. However, he has higher resistance
Okay.
to 2 of them.
So Okay. So is that the end of his turn?
No, he has 1 more action.
Okay. Continue on, brother.
Okay, so Kadar is going to use a minor ability. It's called Command.
Alright.
The creature would have to make a wisdom save, otherwise it would have to obey one order that Kadar gives him.
Alright. What do I have to roll for him? Actually, I can do that for you, yeah.
If you give me a second, I will tell you. He has to beat a 58,700 roll.
Yeah, he's not beating that. He's got like 200. Alright,
so-
what's the command? There is limitations on what he can be commanded to do because it's based on what he can personally do.
His command is, shoot, what does he want him to do?
Heal himself.
Can't do
No, you can't do stuff like that.
And he couldn't kill himself anyways.
No. It's just simply flee.
Alright.
You can say never attack this vessel again.
No, it has to be one
One
word.
word command.
Ah.
So flee.
It's a one-word command, so flee.
And he does so. He flees back to the ship.
That's in pieces.
Well, what's left of it, at least. It's the whole front half that was blown off. So he does that, and he flees back to the ship, and it looks like he tries to go further, but is blocked by something, so he cannot actually leave the battlefield.
Okay.
Almost like something drew them there. Nothing menacing, nothing you'll have to deal with later, just... They're like a minor inconvenience for everyone, including themselves. Where they're like confident at first, and they're like, well, I guess we fight to the last man standing.
Just in the background, like, breaking the fourth wall, just like DM pressing the force fight button.
Does the captain also know about the weakness of this guy? Weaknesses, I should say.
This guy's new.
Okay, so he just.
This guy's like a special version.
Alright.
So like I said, he's still weak to the same general things, however, he has higher resistances to 2 of the 3.
Okay, so it would be your turn since he just did his stuff.
Yeah, it is your turn.
I appear,
Yeah, you can appear anywhere. Yeah.
and I will look at the destroyed ship. I will look at the destroyed ship and the new character, and I will try to use my vision, X-ray vision, to see if I can sense what properties he is. That way, I can try to estimate a ability to use against him.
Alright, roll a 20 for me. It needs to be 19 or higher.
I have advantage.
Do you have advantage?
Yes.
Okay.
Level?
With my watch.
He's not in the-
With your watch, okay, alright. He's got an item. For you. It has to be 19 or higher.
Does it have to be on die alone?
It has to be on dial alone.
Okay, and I did not get it.
Okay. So, when you use your vision, he basically becomes invisible.
Okay.
Like you look through him, I guess.
This thing is here, but it really isn't here at the same time. So it's like here, just not physically.
Okay.
It's like a
I
protection.
will fly back to the ship, and I'll be like, this guy is here but not here. What do we do about that?
Captain,
I'm not quite sure. Definitely a variant of the others, though. Try that again.
you were there, but he's like talking to everyone, kind of.
Okay.
Destructive criticism again?
Yeah, you have. No, you just used 2. Yeah, it's movement and then the attack. So it is your turn.
No, I tried to use vision and then my vision and then
Right, you didn't cast an attack. I thought you did. Sorry.
yeah no.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to glean information as my action.
All right. Okay. I don't really know, but he said constructive criticism's really weak to him.
Constructive criticism is really weak to him. I will ask. I'll look at the guy and say, "Is there any other weaknesses that we need to be that we should know about?
Well, they appear to be weak to his psychic damage, pointing at Kadar. Whenever he did the Kamehameha blast. He doesn't know how to describe it because it was the first time him seeing something like that.
Okay. Anything else?
No, not that I'm aware of. He's weak to 3 things. I only know of 2. I've never fought these things one-on-one myself. Just seen it done.
Alright, I will end my turn because I was trying to use my action to glean information.
That does not count as an action. You can do that.
Oh, really? I can.
That's just talking.
That's free.
Oh,
It's only like battle actions. that
I
count.
will attempt. I'll ask if there's any information in the ship to glean, to learn about these things, these creatures.
Alright.
Is that gonna be your action?
Yes, this will be my action because I'm trying to gain information on what weaknesses.
Because
we
these
can
things a mystery.
Yeah.
17 on die.
17. You needed a 13. So when you look into the ship, you can tell that it is not bound to the ship at all. The ship is completely different from what it was, and you can see it actually starting to degrade and fade away, while the wisp kind of just flies there, menacingly crossing his arms, and he's clearly not happy. But any information on weaknesses on him are unclear. Every time you kind of try to think about him, it kind of like fades out of vision.
Alright, well,
So all you know is basically he's weak to constructive criticism, and he's weak to willpower type attacks.
But he's also strong against one of the 2 of those.
No, he just has a resistance, so he still takes damage, but he doesn't take as much damage as the other wisps.
alright, I'll just tell everybody what the weaknesses are then.
Everyone else already knows, but you can tell us.
Yeah, I'll just tell everybody. His weaknesses so far that we know is constructive criticism, surprisingly, and also psychic damage. So apparently he doesn't have to be a solid, doesn't have to be solid matter for you to hurt him.
Me? Yeah, checks out. Noticing all the wisps are gone. Alright, so I guess it is Shane's turn.
Okay, so with the knowledge I have obtained, I get to the edge of the boat.
You're already at the edge of the boat. We're kind of, me, you, and Zul are kind of switching places.
Yeah. Basically, I go through and stare at the pirate and said, "Hey, look at the damage that you did to the boat. It's barely anything. You can do so much more damage than that. Do better next time."
And I haven't done anything yet. Nice try.
Ah.
Tear rolls down his cheek as he takes 1 damage. Like I said, he's trying to act all big and tough.
Okay, so he only took 1 damage, so obviously that's something he is strong against.
Constructive criticism.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you didn't really quite do anything harmful.
What's considered a willpower move?
Willpower-based moves, like for example, resist. What abilities do you have?
I have the ones I made, but I also have some that comes with the paladin. So I have command, which is one of the ones that Solomon has.
That would be a willpower one.
Bless.
Bless
Cure-
is a willpower.
Cure wounds, detect evil and good,
That's willpower.
detect magic, detect poison and disease, divine favor, divine smite, heroism, protection from evil and good,
Technically
purify food and drink, searing smite, and shield of faith.
Wait, why
So
is
you
he
had a
going?
few in there. He's just trying to ask for his turn.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, don't I still have another action?
Yes, you have another action.
Yeah, you do yours first.
He's trying to figure out so he can figure out what he's doing in his next turn.
Oh, okay. So basically, I just okay. So constructive criticism didn't work, so I'm just gonna assault him now.
Alright.
Okay, so
Go ahead and try your vicious smoke.
you call that a hit? We didn't even feel anything with that amount of power that you try to strike us with. Go die in a hole where you belong.
You hear? As the more tears form on his cheek, and he takes 12 damage.
Okay, so insult him a little bit more. That was just better than last time.
So he's taken 13 damage so far.
Yes.
I'm getting
Alright,
actually
your turn.
sad for this man.
I haven't even done anything yet. Tears fall down cheek.
So would detect evil and detect magic, would that be an ability?
Detect evil is. Detect magic is not.
Detect evil, is that one that I can use?
It's a willpower. Yes.
Would it hurt him and or?
It would not hurt him, but it would give you information.
That's what I was about to ask. I'm gonna see if I can't do that.
Okay. Roll a d20. Just a d20. Gotta roll higher than 14. At advantage, because we're in the ship. The bubble.
How high is the advantage?
You get to roll again. And choose a higher number.
14. So he.
I'll allow it, because you're at an advantage. So, pick a number between 1 and 3 to figure out which ability you figure out. Or what weakness it's weak to. Specifically, 1 is a right answer and 2 are wrong answers, even though both will have results. Number between 1 and 3. 2. He is weakest to prayer.
I was getting ready to, yeah. Okay, so
Your poor soul. May God bless you.
Yeah. God bless you, sir. Now, I will say our characters do not know of God because of us being...
but I'm a paladin, divine paladin.
You are a divine paladin, but you don't specifically pray to God. Just deities.
So would that be effective in general at all?
It needs to be prayer to one specific God. Otherwise, it's not going to be effective because you're basically just talking to its masters.
So what would I be praying to?
You'd have to be at disadvantage with that. It would work, but it's more of, can you get them on your side more than his kind of situation.
I'm not making a blood sacrifice to do that.
Exactly. We don't really have any religious characters on our side.
So we need to learn about God fast.
Yes.
Would purify work?
Purify would have effect, because it's willpower based.
I mean, it's for food and drink, but...
You can try purifying him, it's willpower based.
Sure, I'll try it.
Alright.
Pure.
Roll a d20,
Okay. With...
advantage. It'll be easy.
Okay, we're gonna have to do that again.
What was that?
3. 19, okay.
There you go, there you go. It works. What is your constitution?
My constitution... 72 plus 4, so 76.
72 plus 4, so 76. Divided by 9. 76 divided by 9. It takes 8 damage. You guys are chipping away at him. You guys figured it out fast.
Psychic damage does how much? Psychic damage does more damage than constructive criticism, correct?
Constructive, so prayer does more than willpower, and yeah, psychic is a willpower. So that is the second best damaging move for
Okay.
him.
Holy abilities do the most because he's an evil entity.
Alright.
But we don't have any religious characters, so.
I do have an ability that is psychic damage.
Okay.
But I would have to wait, correct?
Until your turn, yes.
Yes. Okay, so.
Alright, so you used up your turn, and then it was you, so you have one more turn.
Okay. I will do. Let's see, Shield of Faith. What is this? Shimmering Field surrounds a creature of your choice with a range granting it a +2 bonus to AC for the duration. So that's a buff skill. Divine Favor, Divine Smite. The target takes an extra D2 radiant damage from the attack. And you know he's proficient against that. Damage increases by 1 die. Target fiend or undead. So would he be a fiend type creature?
Fiend? No. He's a wisp. It's its own thing.
Okay.
Wisps are constructs. Basically a technical illusion. Mimic would be what they're closest to.
Would Cure Wounds be effective on them since it's a light ability, basically?
No. They're, otherwise, the light-based attack that hit him earlier from
Me.
Monte would have damaged him, but it went right through it.
I'll do Purify again then.
Purify? Alright.
Well, you can
It's the
just
only one.
insult him.
I could, but
Gotta
this
roll
does
higher
not.
than a 7 again. At advantage.
6?
6.
12.
12. You do it. Alright. And it was 8
76.
damage. So, another 8 damage.
Okay.
Dang, how much health does this have?
It's the boss.
So it's gonna have a lot.
It's an actual boss.
I'm gonna say like 50 health compared to the minions.
Well,
There's an ability that
Like
Samuel
150.
Well, you said
What'd you say?
away on it.
There's an ability that Samuel has called the Divine Favor.
yes. That basically gives you advantage over the things controlling it and allows you guys to do more damage.
It's a buff
Your
skill,
parry can
basically.
cover you to Divine Radiance until the ability ends your weapon attack deals an extra D4 damage.
Yep. Which, in this instance, basically any attack you do on it will be buffed by that.
What's his character name again?
Kadar.
Kadar. Okay. I know there was a D in there.
My guy stands up on the deck, chest puffed out.
My time to shine is here. I've been waiting all this minute to use this. I cast Vicious Mockery.
My guy fails because he doesn't know Vicious Mockery, so he loses 1 turn. However, he goes,
I can't even think of an insult. This guy's so bad.
and he's like, I'm not that bad, and takes 15 damage.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna use next turn. Well, since you said he was very ugly, I'm just gonna call him "You're ugly."
I didn't call him very ugly. I was like, I can't even think of an insult for this.
No,
guy
I
'cause
mean
he's
like
so
in the
bad.
beginning when you were talking about it, he's like this very ugly thing
Okay.
came out, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna say that next turn then.
Yeah, and that was my turn. So it is the Wisp Captain's turn. This is going to be fun.
I was about to say, hey, can you do that whole hammer electricity thing again? That would be helpful.
No, this is the D10.
A 7.
It's 1.
It's a 1.
Oh.
So he gets to move 9 squares.
9,000.
I'm just gonna leave my dice out for now. 9 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you can roll again. So where is it? There's that. Okay, there it is. So this plus this. Because he gets 2 turns as well.
3.
Oh dear.
He gets moved 3 squares, doesn't he?
That's 100. So
300.
he gets to move 10 squares.
Oh yeah, he's totally kidding up to the boat.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Good thing the
5,
god bubbles
6,
sit.
7, 8, 9, 10. And yes, it is a very good thing that the god bubble's there. Otherwise, he would have broken in.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kadar, it is very necessary that you keep the god bubble up now. And it's got 1 turn left, so you'll have to start giving up your turn to keep it open. But the Wisp captain is point blank at the ship now.
Just staring at us, pissed off because we hadn't.
Yeah,
told
he's
him.
like almost as tall as the ship. It's like, because he's like 40 feet tall.
Oh, perfect. You might be the ugliest thing I ever laid on. There's
It's
no
not your
one.
turn yet. It's Kadar's turn.
I know.
So Kadar, what do? The god bubble's technically open for 1 other turn, so you can technically still do things this turn without having to worry about keeping it open.
I'm aware. Okay, so
I have a power play, but man,
Work. No.
the psychic or psychic damage would be the most useful one against it, unless
Psychic's the most useful we have against him, yeah.
okay, so if he attacks with psychic, with his another Kamehameha or spirit bomb, which one would be more effective?
The spirit bomb.
we have only 1 round left, I believe.
I'm aware. I'm just trying to figure out the most amount of damage, the maximum amount of damage I can give the creature before my turn's over. So how would that work?
So your spirit bomb will be your constitution, the whole number, the whole constitution divided by whatever d20 roll he makes. It's a guaranteed hit.
Okay. So he's gonna do that.
No, alright?
Oh,
Alright, so what is your constitution?
Just the number?
Yes, just the number.
1,656,000.
1 million what? 1 million what?
1,656,000.
Alright.
Remember, he times his scores by 50.
He's dead.
Just dead.
You killed him by 80 times his normal health.
oh wow.
He's like, "Ah!" as he's like getting like anime style flashed away, as he's like,
And it's like little arrows of like Thomas stuff. striking.
Only 80 times?
yeah.
How much
health did this flavor have? Over 1,000. So, good job, everyone.
Yay!
You guys had to put a little bit more effort than I originally expected you guys would need to. So,
Well,
free level up for everyone.
Yeah.
free level up.
Does spirit damage hurt those things, by the way?
It's willpower based. It's higher. It's willpower rather than psychic. So it's more direct. It's a spirit bomb.
But I'm saying, if it's a spirit type, would spirit basically, if some sort of attack directed towards spirit specifically
Ooh.
hurt them? Because there's attacks that hurt the
yes,
physical
yes,
body,
it
the
would.
psyche, and the
It counts
spirit.
as a willpower type. So
'Cause
yes.
I have an ability that I'm going to be using that's called, that I'm getting ready to add in. It's called Spirit Fire. It specifically burns basically deteriorates the spirit itself.
Yeah.
I'm going
That
to
thing is gonna hurt.
upgrade my adapt.
Okay,
What would
upgrade your
spirit-
adapt? Alright.
What would spirit damage specifically be based off of?
how many?
What's that?
Constitution.
Constitution?
Actually, that one would be willpower. Not willpower. Sorry, wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yes.
So, how many? I'm at level 2, so I have to take.
You're at level 4 now. we
level
were at
2
level
on
3.
the level.
Oh, for the
Yeah, adapt. I'm
Adapt?
leveling up the adapt instead.
That means you only need to be hit
Okay.
4 times.
4 times. So.
Yes.
Are we doing our skills or what are we doing? What are we leveling up?
It's 7 d20 rolls. Add to your stats, and then do you have to activate the 4 times stat multiplier, or is it automatic?
He will actually allow you guys to turn your score by 50 this time.
50. All right.
Oh.
You'll be multiplying your things by 50.
So how many? So would I automatically level up my
So roll your
adapt
single
to
die.
5?
Roll your single die.
No, it's the
Add it to
die
whatever
rolls,
you're gonna
the
add
20
to,
for the
and then
stats,
times that
not
number
the
by
dice.
50.
Okay. So would I be leveling up the rolls or just
have
the
a-
adapt?
Do you have a can I melee?
It's the stat rolls. It's
Yeah,
not the
uses-
ability rolls. Yes.
Oh, okay. So I chose to roll adapt. Choose to level up adapt, so I don't need to do the rolls for tonight.
He's going
Alright,
to
yeah, you can do
upgrade
the
your
rolls a
gun
little
level
bit later.
A little bit later.
As long as it's before next campaign, because I waited until yesterday. To
I mean,
do them.
I can do them now.
All right.
I just didn't know if it was a pick and choose type of thing.
It's the 7 d20 rolls that you put into any stat, and then it's multiplied by 50 this round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, to clarify, what I mean was, when we level up, we can choose to either put it in our skills or level up our health and stuff.
Yeah.
Is it that, or is it we level up both?
It's so
The
your
reason
health
you roll 7
counts
D20
as one of the
is
stats.
One of those D20s goes to your health.
So it's health, strength, constitution, dexterity. It's all of those.
Okay.
So are
That's
we
why it's 7.
timing these by 50 or timing their stats by 50 after we add these?
We're
You're timing
timing
the total by 50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Total
I'll
Is
roll.
all of this together?
So you put
You'll roll
those,
stats
where
after
you
you're
want, and
assigning.
you times
Okay.
that number by 50.
All right. Let me roll my d20s. I need my dice.
I'm not going to actually roll because my stats are already
13.
crazy, and a D20 is not going to do much.
So I have a question. Could I have leveled up my adapt?
No, you can
already?
only level up abilities once per level, or
Once-
get a new.
Well,
So every time you level up, you get an ability point, which you can either level up a previous ability or get a new one.
Okay.
That's how that works.
Um,
But the skill orbs, actually, if you learn how to synthesize them or find someone who can,
I did.
no, I'm talking about like purify them, like turn them into the form that you can use them.
Oh, okay.
You'll be able to use them to upgrade your stuff.
It's right there. Okay.
Okay. As I said, Ethan, I'm upgrading my grab butler by 11 level.
Is it-
Alright, so it's level 4 now?
Yeah.
Cool.
So could I have actually upgraded my stuff with my levels as well from earlier? My 3 levels. I mean the 2 extra levels that we gained earlier.
You got 2 new abilities.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
Yeah. Because you got the pay to win and. What other move did you
I
get?
was confusing. It was pay to win
I
and
think it was. Synthesize.
it was create.
Create, yeah.
So.
Alright, so.
All right. So. 18. 18 and 15.
Once you're done without Alien, you get.
Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna consult.
I don't have to write much, but I did need to write some.
6.
So.
That would be like, y'all would have sucked if I wasn't here.
Yeah, no kidding. It would have been a lot longer of a battle, that's for sure. And actually, we would have lost without you.
Yeah.
Because your God battle is what saved us.
My
hit point up.
My,
20.
Character would like to ask if he can synthesize the God Bubble.
You cannot synthesize the God Bubble with items.
I mean, your armor.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
We gotta do that whenever it's actually, like, after we're done assigning stats and when we're actually back into it.
Yeah, well, in game, he was asking him if he could synthesize the.
Can I use your God Bubble for advantage? I keep rolling low numbers for my extra hit points, and I rolled a 3. The last time I rolled a d20 was a 2.
I
Yeah.
had the same thing.
Thank you.
The first number I rolled was a 1.
19! That's not the better!
I got an 18 for mine, so times 50.
By the way, your hit points increased by 50 times, right? You know that, right?
Mine, my stats are a little bit different. Since mine's a stockpiled ability, I can't actually use external upgrades. It's about how much access I have to abilities that already exist. Because I'm a variant, it's a species trait.
18
So
times
I'm not,
50.
like, far behind you guys. Well, I'm far behind you, but, like, everyone else, I'm kind of around their level now. For example, I have a plus 59 in strength currently, plus 42 in dexterity, plus 38 in constitution. And then the other ones are just, like, meh. My HP is at 59 plus my 19 that I need to assign, and then I haven't even moved my new level ups yet. So my stuff is starting to scale, but sadly I can't use the multipliers for my character.
Okay.
Alright, I got done with my HP.
However, if you were able to put it into, like, items, like support items, where it, like, is able to absorb it, then I would be able to use it.
Well, what I can do is create potions that allow the same thing, but it's permanent.
That'll work. We'll just have to figure out what resources we gotta use for it.
I can create them. Since the God Bubble's still active.
No, alright?
So it's like drinking a potion of hell. He creates 4 of them, and each one of them, they represent every time we leveled up. So 4. So if you want to drink them, you can. If you don't have them.
And what do they do again?
They times your stats. The first 3 times them by 4. The last one times them by 50.
Okay. Let's do just the times 50, since it's just this level.
That works. So yeah.
Times 50. Okay. This is definitely gonna be interesting. I'm doing health first, so.
Alright, so I'll put that in my inventory. So that my character can drink it at a later date when I assign the stats. Or I could technically keep it just in case someone needs emergency stats as well.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why they're in the consumable form. So you got 4 of them. It's just 3 of them only give you the times 4 each.
Yeah, like for example, if I like get a buff from someone, I can be like, oh, now is a good time to drink it because now it multiplies what my buff had, except now it's permanent.
Yep.
50 times.
Yeah, your guys' stats are down like thousands and tens of thousands now, I believe.
It is, yes.
Mine's in the 800s.
After a times 50?
Yeah, it's because these are 18 times 50, and that's only around 900.
No. See,
It's your total stats after they're assigned.
Oh!
Michael, you have to, like, for example, put your 18. Hey, get it. You gotta put your 18 in your strength or whatever, then you times your strength by 50.
Oh! That makes a lot more
So I got
sense.
hit point up, so 19 plus 59 would be 78. So I have 78 hit points with the buff, which is not that bad. I'm almost to triple digits, Sam. Aren't you proud of me?
143. Then plus 18, so that's 150, 158, 8 times
8. Then I guess I'll do the die rolls next to get them out of the way.
Oh, yeah, that changed it quite a bit.
Yep, big difference.
Yeah.
77,900.
Alright, for my first roll. We're off to a great start. My last time was a natural 20. That's better.
It's barely 11. Wow.
That's funny. My last time I rolled it. My second roll last time was a 17. My second roll this time was a 17. 8.
Plus 18.
3.
199.
15. There we go. That's better.
9,950.
9. No, that's 7. That's 7. That is my stats. And then, let's see. I can actually put them. Extra movements. My guy doesn't really need extra movement, especially since he has
Wisdom.
Voidwalker, so I don't need to put it in my
Charisma.
movement at all.
Will be 15.
Next turn is an ability, so I can't do it. So yeah. Alright, I got my stats written down.
It's 56 times plus 15, so.
Cool.
72. So 36.
Alright, I have my stuff written down. I will assign them a little bit later. But I got my abilities extra leveled up this time because I actually have my skill tree, so I know exactly what I'm doing.
Nice.
So this time I got extra hit points. I got a little bit, more muscular.
Yeah. More defined.
Yes. I need to give my character Vicious Mockery. I need that move so bad.
I have thousands and everything now.
And nobody likes you. Sure. Yeah.
Oh, my armor is times by same.
That is a individual stat. You gotta actually assign that. I think that's
Is that times?
I think that's dexterity. That's dexterity divided by 2. Hey, Solomon, how does the AC work again?
It's your dexterity modifier plus whatever number you're first.
Okay, it's dexterity plus.
It'll be your dexterity modifier, so it's your dexterity score divided by 2 minus 5.
That. So
Divided by 2 minus 5?
So divided by 2 minus 5. And then plus whatever armor you're wearing, which I think you're wearing chainmail.
Yes. So I need
You
to
guys
divide this by 2?
You guys definitely need to copy the armor.
Yeah,
Yes.
Monte was wanting to do that once we get back to the session.
Do I divide my dex by 2?
Yes, your dexterity score, divide that by 2, and then you get minus 5 from that. And that's what you got.
Yeah.
So for example, if you have a dexterity of 500,
8,600.
250 is divided by 2, so it's 245. Because it's minus 5.
Alright, I'm gonna be doing some serious damage with my.
So that's 1,595.
In my stat system, like I said, it escalates quickly, but it's effort based. So if we're ever into a fight where it's not much effort, we don't get levels. So it won't necessarily even out, because I mean, even this fight, characters didn't have much health, but it took time for you guys to figure out what was effective.
Yes. So these are my stats now.
Nice. Now you know why I left mine on paper where I can have them for 2 lines.
Yes.
Where?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm also excited for what happens next.
Yes. Me too.
Okay, I'm gonna be adding in that spirit skill so we can kill things like that very quickly because I'm tired of having issues with non-physical bodies.
What kind of spirit skill is it again? If it's a already pre-thing, it's only assigned to the species / character that you made. If you're doing an ability, if it's an ability we haven't already created yet, I gotta work it over.
It's not one we've already created yet, but I got it from one of the animes that I'm looking at. The specific fire is color is purple, but it ignores all armor. It ignores all
Where are your dice?
physical.
Where are you handing them?
Put them back in the thing.
Oh, you need me to hold on to them?
Yeah, I don't know what.
Okay, they're not going back in that. I don't want to put them back in that. I'm gonna put them in the back. That thing is too annoying to roll it up and put them in.
I was gonna say it ignores all physical attributes. It attacks directly to the spirit, and
Oh right. I guess I should.
it deals a lot of
Skill.
extra damage that normally you wouldn't be able to do. So I'm trying to figure out how I would be able to turn that in. Maybe times modifiers.
That
79.
that would still be willpower based, and it would be about as effective as the spirit bomb. So it's actually a divide.
Minus.
But it attacks the spirit specifically, and it's a fire.
The spirit bomb directly attacks it. And if it's a fire, you actually take fire damage. They just take willpower
39,
damage.
45. 39,
That's how it
45.
works.
No, it's a spirit fire, and it
Yes, you
specifically
would take
attacks them.
spirit fire damage because they would mimic that. They cannot mimic the willpower aspect of it. So they take spiritual damage, you take burning damage, even though it was spiritual fire.
It's not a physical fire.
That's why I said it's spiritual fire, you would take spiritual fire damage. So your soul would be like, it was this heartburn. That's how it works.
What can we? What
Because
skill
they
would
use
hurt-
mimicry, any physical type motion, they copy. So if you use something like that and it's something that can visibly be seen, they will copy that and its attributes. They cannot copy willpower because it cannot be seen. The fire can be seen. And since it attacks the soul / spirit, it would attack yours on return. That's how the wisps work.
skills would?
We're no longer squishy, guys.
No, we're not. What skills would directly attack them without having a backlash?
Vicious mockery. It's very effective. Nobody likes you.
Yeah.
Shut up. Yeah. I love that so much with the flute, this flute solo.
Okay, so
Yeah, it was such fun.
basically now I have another skill called
Would life still work on
assistance. And that was the skill, the fruit skill I was talking about, where I can ask for you to help me, and I can roll die. Seems how
That
times
works.
and all that
Um,
stuff.
What?
Would lifesteal work on them? Specifically, it's a
If you do
long-range
damage,
ability.
it would work.
It does because it's literally.
So if
sucks
you
their
did
life
damage
away.
to it, it would still give it to you because it's still damage. So ugly.
Yeah. So the lifesteal. So basically, I have to initiate damage, and then the lifesteal.
It's
ability.
initiate damage. That's how it works. It's passive ability. You just have to remember that it acts.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you guys are responsible for your own moves. I'll help you create them. But if you forget how they work, like if you forget that you have lifesteal, I'm not going to manually do it. You have to remember it.
It's connected to your body, nutties.
So lifesteal is a passive.
Nobody likes you.
Passive. Oh yeah, I already have this passive.
Well, thank you for another good session.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's not over yet.
Slightly confusing.
I would say it is not over yet. We gotta.
What time is it?
It's
It's 11.
up there.
11:20.
11:20. I guess we can probably start next time, but we're gonna be starting off with some fun stuff.
Oh, sweet.
Yep. So, I guess before we end off the session, even though some of us are still assigning stats just to help this move along, basically now that the fight is over, what are we kind of going to be up to before we leave off? I assume you're gonna want to talk to Kadar about. That's a nice armor you got there. Mind if I help? Mind if I synthesize it?
Yeah, that's what I asked him, and he said yes. So
Alright.
I will synthesize said armor.
I would
Alright,
like.
so you'll be working on synthesizing armor. It's gotta be 80 or higher.
I would like to
Oh,
do
yeah.
the same. I can actually craft it.
Do you have synthesize too?
Yes, I added that.
So you have synthesize and
These are the skills I have.
assistant.
80 or higher.
Nice. Cool. So you gave yourself synthesize before. Cool.
Yes.
So yeah, 80 or higher.
Huh?
80 or higher. You can ask Michael from the dice because I already put you in here. I don't want to get him back out.
80 or higher?
Yes, because you're just level 1. So it's
Well,
going to be
not
a
now.
roll of 80 or higher to successfully synthesize.
Okay, are we doing it right now?
Yeah.
Mine as well while he's working on it.
Okay, what dice do I use?
He, like I said, he'll help you.
Okay.
Once he's done, you can do yours. But I'm like standing over there. Like I felt like I did a lot there with my insult.
Okay, 107. So I did.
So yeah, you were able to successfully synthesize it. I'm just standing over the crow's nest, kind of like
Okay,
I did something today. What
You-
are you up to,
Counting
Zul?
times.
you roll until you get
I talked with the
past the
captain
80 something,
and
because we're not
I
currently in
asked Solomon
combat.
to make me an item.
Oh, okay.
you roll until you get past 80.
Because God
So,
levels are
There you go.
60.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I
wait.
mean,
69, so that's
69.
69.
So
Okay.
keep going.
I'm trying to
3
figure out
and
an
100.
Yep, 103. So you.
And you have to actually
Synthesize,
sketch it
that's,
out. He has to have like physical.
100 and...
Physical
170.
For example, the stat.
the armor-
That's fine because
The
right
armor was
now we had a 50 times
172,
multiplier. He
but
can
yeah.
actually do that because
Synthesize.
like for
you
armor,
can,
you have to actually draw it
when
and
you're in a
attributes
battle.
assigned to it
Mhm.
physically.
You can use
that's
synthesize
the
when you're
armor
in a
that he
battle,
has
but
is the one that I
it
was
has to be
gonna-
your
Oh.
entire action,
They're
and
two
you
crafters
have to
are working
roll
on that
to
right
see
now,
if you
actually.
succeed or
They're
not.
making it
So
for
it's
everyone.
best to
I'm
use
the
it
only one that
outside
probably
of
won't
battles.
Okay. So yeah.
And next session will be explaining why. It's gonna be fun.
I'm still trying to think of an ability that will actually harm them spiritually, but not have any backlash. Other than hurtful words. I might as well have a
Vicious
speaker.
mockery.
I might as well have a speaker that repeats this vicious mockery in a certain direction. Your
All
mom
right.
abandoned you. That's why you're alone.
That's
Just
hilarious.
creating an ability that allows all of your attacks, physical, mental, or whatever, to become spirit.
What is it?
He said to create an ability that makes all of the physical, all the other types of damage become physical.
Why don't you
or
use
spirit-
the guy's ability from Jujutsu Kaisen where he's able to attack both physically and spiritually, and he can choose when it happens.
I'd like to do that, but I've never watched it, so I didn't know anything.
Well, I just offered it, which is why.
Yes.
Which is also why I explained the whole thing.
I'll take it. So I guess it'll be my added ability for my level up.
Just call it soul manipulation.
So, we can't do
And you
that.
can manipulate them as well, so it's not just damage. You
I
can
can-
choose for it to be damage, but you can actually turn them into something beneficial for a turn. That's
So-
how it works. So it can either be instant damage, which will be your constitution divided by whatever number they roll, or you can actually, for a turn, if you can beat their d20 roll, turn them into anything for a turn, or based on how many levels you get it to, that benefits you directly. So you could turn them into like a boss you fought before for a turn, and they'll do whatever that boss could do for you.
But if it's attacking other spiritual abilities, it wouldn't really matter. It would work for physical abilities pretty
Is
well.
the,
It would attack spiritually as well.
Would it?
Yeah, because it's directly attacking its fellow
Guys.
beings.
True. Yes?
the session that we're for today?
Yes.
Yes, I was kind of just trying to figure out what everyone was doing, so I already figured that out, and we are working on ending it, because you are with Shane and Monty, and they are currently synthesizing your armor, so you're kind of like standing there while they're trying to, get all the details of it. And then Zul is talking to the captain, and I'm standing on the edge of the ship being like, I did something today.
I wanted to ask you a question. Since he already created it, am I allowed to make the same skill or no? Since he already made the skill and added to his sheet, can I make the same skill or no?
Yeah.
Oh,
Those are
okay.
the same.
I thought you said I
You
could.
are a different class, and it depends on the ability. Like, for example, you couldn't get God Bubble without finding a actual skill or God Bubble.
Oh.
because that's a species trait. Because you both are human, so you could do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like,
For example, you cannot mimic his abilities. You cannot mimic his abilities, but all three of us can mimic each other's abilities because we are human. However, Potentia is no longer human, so we cannot copy hers, and she cannot copy ours.
So, you talk first.
so
Actually, you cannot copy mine because I'm a variant. Right, I'm a different species.
the only reason why I was asking is before you say that I can't copy skills that already exist, or not copy use skills that already exist. So
If they're on the block list.
okay.
That specific skill is on a block list. It's the only skill on the block list.
And that's the only skill I made up. Right there.
To a T, I was like, no, I made that like a month ago. And it was the one skill you guys missed out on.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Hmm?
Wouldn't I be able to adapt to the, learn those abilities with my adapt skill if I was being, said, attacked by said people?
You wouldn't be able to learn them, but you would get resistant to them.
Oh, so
And it has to be consecutive. They have to do it 5 times in a row for it to actually...
4.
4 times, right, because you leveled it up. And on level 1, it's 1. So you get hit once and you're like, that won't work. And it is for the entire rest of that fight.
Sweet.
Yeah. So even if they switch it up, you'll be immune to that attack for the rest of the fight as well.
I'm glad.
Yes.
So basically with
And
this...
I did figure out how it'll work. If you do it on your own attacks, it'll be 100 times multiplier. So it'll multiply your damage by 100 times, whatever move or ability by 100 times. That's how your adapt will work.
Sweet. So
Yeah.
whenever I use
So
it,
for example, if your adapt activates, and you take a certain amount of damage, it'll multiply your stat by 100. If they are able to do damage again, it'll multiply by another 100
okay.
until the match is over.
So basically, if you did 10 points of damage and it
So
times
at
by
some
100,
point, you will actually be
It's 1,000.
invincible in the match.
Yeah.
No matter, as long as they cannot one-shot you, you can eventually be completely immune for that match.
Nice. So if they hit me, if they hit me and I'm still adapting to it, I can attack back with times 100. Is that what you're saying?
If it's level 5, yes.
Level 5. Okay.
So first punch will be normal, and the second one will be 100 times, and then that 100 times that, and then 100 times that.
nice.
So yeah.
Sweet.
So,
I can't wait to experiment.
For the soul manipulation ability, when I attack and I do so-and-so damage...
You have
I
to make
can-
physical contact with that. So if it's enemies with danger skin, you gotta be aware that you are going to take a little bit of damage. But if you make contact, you'll be fine because you can technically use vampirism. So as long as it's not like a acid skin where they have like the most potent acid in the world, and you would like lose your hand, you'll be fine.
So I would have to do a physical attack first, and then I can apply it and turn into spiritual damage with the other skill.
Correct.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure.
Alright, so we need to get the markers. Oh, I have markers.
I said
What else did we put in here other than the map itself?
Yeah, I
cool.
think that.
Are we done for tonight? Should we turn off stream?
Yeah, you can go ahead and turn off the stream.
All right.
Everybody have a good night.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.
You guys I need you guys to move the mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Can I have you